You guys want to watch Star Wars?
Yes.
Welcome to the Fortress of Solitude. Brandon.
We back.
Alexander Scott.
Hello.
Brandon Evans.
Hey.
Alexander Scott. We're sharing mics right now, which here's why any listeners will hear the some of the room
If you
reflections.
hear me smacking, it's just us.
That's something else. I award you the Black Panther Cup that I got at the movies because who cares? That's not a sponsorship or anything. That's just...
Who cares?
All right, so basically what we're going to do...
Who cares?
Who cares?
This is Black Panther.
This is going to be one of our commentary episodes where we watch a movie and do audio commentary like we're one of the directors or something. or we just... Who cares? I'm going to watch The Force Awakens. You have to put in your DVD or whatever you're doing. And you push play. So we're going to time it out. Does someone want to do the 3, 2, 1 and then I'll push play like 3, 2, 1, play?
Yeah, sure.
Someone do it.
3,
2,
1.
Oh, wait. That wasn't in tempo. It's going to be like... Now do it.
3,
2,
1, play. Oh wait, let's do it like we all say play.
We all say play. Yeah, I knew he was gonna do it.
Oh, it's great though.
Now I feel
It's
like
the first commentary.
I feel like
All
he
right.
stole my idea, man. I'm getting kind of.
You
mad.
didn't even say it.
Oh, it was in my brain.
You didn't even say it.
was
You
in
didn't
my
even say it.
brain.
He stole it out of his head.
All right, do it again. So
Are we gonna do this before every commentary?
yeah, why not?
We should.
We could. This is the first one, babe. Formatting. Babe, I got you. Okay, so
3.
Alex, where were you?
I was gonna do it. You had to do the thing in the middle.
I'm just conducting with my hands.
3.
2,
1, play.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Wow.
I forgot
Did
to
it.
say it.
We controlled. It's too late. We're
Wow.
gone. You see the
It's
green
good.
Lucasfilm, and it's all dark. I'm just lighting it up for the folks at home.
A long time ago in a
Where have
galaxy
I
far,
seen
far
that
away.
before? A
'Cause
long
what-
time ago on a galaxy far, far
in-
away.
Oh, I gotta mute it.
Blow people's eardrums.
I gotta mute it so we don't get sued. But at least we got the.
I have to mute it so we don't.
Is that
get
you?
sued.
It's a thing.
Did you really look it up?
All
Is
the
it a
other
thing?
podcasts are doing it, so we got to be like them because they're obviously the ones who did the research.
Yeah, I suppose.
So we'll probably watch it with subtitles.
So okay,
This is the first Star Wars movie reboot.
and Brandon, you like The Force Awakens, right?
I loved it. For the most part. I mean,
What do you think of Finn?
I like Finn. I think it was cool to see, like a stormtrooper's perspective, and I don't know. I kind of didn't like him at first because he just kept like running away. But then I don't know.
Wait, we should be talking about what we're watching though. We should wait to get to Finn, right?
Oh my god!
What
I
do
think
you say,
I think he
Alex?
grows more in this movie than he did in The Last Jedi.
But we have to remember, this isn't years apart. This is taking place right exactly after.
Yeah.
And what somebody I work at a school for the deaf. All right, y'all. And one of the counselors convinced me to kind of like Finn. If I'm saying it right. Yeah. One of the counselors there. I'm sitting there. I'm making my rounds because it's like my first week. And he's like, I don't know. We're just talking about the new one, new one that was coming up. And he was like, Finn wasn't trying to ever be a hero. He just wasn't. Finn wanted to be like, I'm not a stormtrooper anymore, and I'm leaving.
Yeah, he kind of got forced into.
Yeah, he
being
got
a
forced
hero.
into it. That's why he
Yeah,
keeps
that's where
running.
he picks
Yeah.
it up.
And
for
that's
sure.
why
That's
we're.
true.
Oh, okay.
Never really looked at it like that.
Okay, the movie started.
All right, so we missed the
I
call.
really like the music in this, like how it picks up.
Oh yeah, and I always thought this was cool. How I thought, how are they going to do the spaceship? They pan down to the planet and have a spaceship fly over the camera. So this is obviously them kind of redoing that again.
Yeah.
Sort of the motif of that happening in the original and New Hope, and every other Star Wars movie. There's always like a pan down, and you see a planet. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is the first, I guess, like start. This everyone we were pretty excited about this, right? Do you guys remember this? The hype for this?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was
Oh,
so
It's unreal.
pumped
It's like
the
the
first
big,
time seeing this.
I feel like it's, regardless of it being good or bad, it was definitely one of the biggest movies that we've seen in our lives come out.
Oh yeah, I
even
think
more to
it'll
the
be
new ones.
Biggest movie of all time.
Like, it's ridiculous. People were freaking out. Remember, I think everyone thought that they weren't going to get to see it opening night, and Disney basically just rented out every theater so everybody could. It was like an ultimate hype machine. Like, they probably made like millions of dollars on pre-sales alone. You know what I mean? I remember. So we're seeing BB-8 for the first time. What did you feel when you saw BB-8?
I don't know.
It's hard. There's a lot of mixed
I
emotions
loved
in this.
BB-8, but when he busts in right here, and I think he like beeps and whatever's for like just a second too long, and it felt weird. But I grew to love him after this.
I loved how there was this old guy who had no idea who he was.
Yeah, I thought
He
he
was
was
just
gonna be
like-
so important, and then there's like, nah.
I liked he was just luring
Just
it
some
up.
guy.
Just
Yeah.
I know her as the princess. And she was royalty. It helps I can read the lines. And Poe Dameron, he's sort of supposed to be our spaceship fighter.
Yeah.
What a fox.
I feel like the 3 new characters embody all Han and Leia. And I feel like he's got a bit of Luke and a bit of Han in him in a certain way. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the return of the these glasses things he's looking for, these binoculars. That's old school Star Wars. You know what I mean? It's like you're seeing these again.
Wait, is
We
that like the same ones on like Hoth?
No, it's like the same style.
Yeah.
You got to remember when we see this, you know, we grew up with the prequels and not having things like that. So to me, I feel like they're even having little binocular shots like that sort of add up to the nostalgic vibes that this movie definitely plays up on.
No, yeah. They did. I think they did a really good job with it. I definitely do. I'm gonna say I maybe saw this twice. Like this is my 3rd time ever seeing this.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. So like this still feels like new to me because I've plumb forgotten about all this.
Oh, well, there's terrible parts of it. Don't get me wrong. There's parts of it that lag here and there.
I would say only like 2 little parts. Other than that, the whole movie is really good in my opinion.
When does a movie not have that?
Yeah, every movie has a part or two that's like could do without it.
I disagree. I think there's good movies, but we're watching this one. Seeing Stormtroopers again. Seeing Stormtrooper. You were the one who was like, "Do I want to watch Force Awakens?"
Whoa!
I started watching this one, which means it's a good movie.
Would you get out of my life?
Save
it for
what do we? Okay, I feel like when I was first watching this, I was getting a lot of mixed emotions. I was like, "There's new characters, and there's this Poe Dameron guy, and the Stormtroopers are back." It was sort of like you couldn't really handle it, you know, just hearing John Williams' music.
Yeah,
and seeing
super dramatic,
stupid sci-fi people pretending to shoot lasers that aren't there. It was kind of like, I'm loving. And then there's this flamethrower guy right here. See, look, we're timing it out for the people at home. There was a flamethrower, kaboosh, you know. So yeah, about the movie. I mean, we're gonna do spoilers and stuff. So he has the plans. That's the map to Luke Skywalker. That's what's going on.
Yep,
yeah.
So this is sort of like
his
Prince
help
of-
me.
yeah, right. The help me Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
And what planet are they on?
I don't even know.
It's not Tatooine, is it? It's like Tatoo.
Jakku.
Is it Jakku or is it Tatoa? I have no idea. They just make up planets.
I think it's the same island the same planet that Rey's on, right? So it's
yeah,
Jakku.
totally. This is great. Before it's Finn, I love just the Stormtrooper sort of war moment here. That's just pretty cool. You know, I think that's kind of cool that it's.
You never really think about because he has a bloody hand on his face, and you never really like when you see the original Star Wars movies. You know,
you wouldn't see that.
like
wouldn't see
you
blood.
wouldn't see. You never saw blood, so that's kind of weird to me too. But I guess
It sort of humanizes that character.
Yeah.
Like the blood of war wakes him up from his training and stuff or whatever they've sort of mind zapped him into being.
Well, he wasn't a stormtrooper like that anyway. He was a garbage man.
Yeah, wasn't this his
So
first?
they just took him
thing?
and threw him into battle. And
Why
he
did they
was
send
like,
him, the garbage guy, into getting the plans for Luke Skywalker? It's a
who-
big plan.
It's a big plan.
He got a promotion. Maybe this is his first time.
Grab that
getting...
janitor over there too. You're coming
know.
with us too.
Well, here's Kylo Ren.
Put that mop down.
I mean, it's more of that, like, you could say it's more of that, you know, the Empire never really crosses the I's and dots the T's or whatever. Crosses the T's, dot the I's.
Put the Drano down. Get over here.
Grab a gun.
Grab a gun.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard Kylo Ren's voice, I was like, what's going on with that?
Is it
Oh
what?
yeah, it was a little whatever, but I grew to like it pretty.
I mean,
quick.
Kylo
Got
Ren
used
has
to
become
it.
my favorite character in the thing.
He's
Yeah.
so childish, and I love it.
They sort of, he's got the dumb little I'm in a Darth Vader Halloween costume thing going on. And then Poe Dameron, at least, I feel like for anyone who's sort of laughing at him, Poe Dameron's immediately like, because he's sort of humorous. He's like, who's supposed to talk first? It's supposed to be me, supposed to be you. Sort of like breaking that James Bond sort of villain meets the hero thing.
Yeah.
I feel like
Dang,
it's
you
sort
chopped
of,
him right now.
oh, this part is great.
Yeah.
When
That
he
was
stops
great.
the bullet. Oh,
Yeah,
forgot about
because
that.
we ain't never seen no stuff
That
like
was
that.
like groundbreaking.
That's how you
Special
know.
effects.
That's
for
how
Star
you know.
Wars.
It was, yeah,
He's not fucking around. He's totally going for it.
dude. Look,
Poe Dameron's
I would have been
"Damn."
like, I'm finna join y'all team because look, y'all stopping lasers in the middle of the air.
Yeah, I'm so surprised that they never showed anything along those lines again.
And like
since then.
that's
They
what
could
I
do
like
some
about. I don't know
crazy
about.
stuff.
like this movie when they. I'm sorry. That's what I like about these movies is like when they redid them. Like you said, there was that nostalgic feel, but it's almost like they put a modern twist on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because how come nobody ever thought of doing that like back in the 70s? I'm sure would have been.
Or even in the prequels.
A modern twist on Star Wars? What do you mean?
Like
stopping a laser blast
like,
in the air.
like them doing stuff like that. Like why didn't they do that in the other ones?
Because they could not do the special effects back then. That's really hard.
In the prequels, maybe 15 years ago they could have.
Well, I feel like
they just didn't think of that.
I guess, or probably they just wanted to keep it like open ended to imagination. You know,
Finn is like, look, y'all.
I feel like the original.
Fuck this.
I feel like the
wanna do
original
this.
Star Wars sort of leave the
miss
Force
my mom.
open ended.
Yeah. I suppose.
Yeah, I feel like
what was he supposed to have a force or something? Is that why, dude? Like,
no, I just think he just is the only stormtrooper standing there looking like an idiot. Like, you know, just kind of standing there.
But even still, like, why did he stop and slowly turn and look at him?
Because probably the Force. He probably just felt some vibes, you know.
How many of y'all thought
That shot's great, by the way. That's a real robot, a real explosion. That looks fabulous. Just there in the desert with just a little toy. Oh, right here, there's this little thing. I was in the theater, thought this was stupid. I was just like, they're trying way too hard to like fanfare.
Practical effects.
I'm an alien in the sand. I mean, I do like that it's literally probably the most low budget like monster they could have put in that scene, but it still seems forced and stupid. I had fun. I'm having fun with it. I'm just pointing out I thought it was dumb the first time I saw it.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be taken seriously. No way. Well, what was I saying before?
He was the guy. He's the janitor stormtrooper. We're talking about that.
No, it was something else, dude. You're the worst.
Well.
Oh no! How many of y'all thought that Finn was gonna be the Jedi and not Rey?
Oh, I thought they both were. For some reason, I thought.
Well, I mean, you could never tell who the story was really about, even in the trailer, in my opinion. Look at him. Son of Boyega. What is his name? Anthony what?
John Boyega?
Yeah, I don't know. Something like that. I can't stand him though.
Did you see that movie Detroit that he's in?
No, I will not watch that.
He does a pretty good job in it. I liked it. He does a really good job doing American accents.
Mm-hmm. Because he has a super
thick British
accent, yeah. And he sounds like one of those cool British kids too when he talks. It's really great. I want to meet that guy.
That's a cool shot how he put on his helmet, and then when it cuts into her helmet right here, she's wearing a stormtrooper helmet, so it's kind of like oh, this is great. This is a setup right here. So she's in a Star Destroyer whipping out this thing. If you notice, she uses that skill later when she's on Starkiller Base. She goes, oh, I know how these work. I've seen the old models. She does the exact same thing later in the movie. Watch, that's total setup. I think that's really good.
Yeah,
when
I remember that.
She like goes into that drawer in the cliffside thing.
Yeah, she does something and she pulls it out. She's like,
Yeah.
oh, I know what I'm doing. Also pretty cool that she's just like... I feel like Kylo Ren and Rey, in this movie, their journey is that they are sort of the two ultimate Star Wars fans. Whereas Kylo Ren is like the little boy who plays video games and likes to kill things and be like Darth Vader. Rey's the one who's like the Luke Skywalker fan. Like this is like the meta theme of what's going on, because this is sort of the, you know, you got to remember the trailers are we're home. You know, that's kind of like the tagline is the Star Wars you love and stuff, and this franchise is returning. So I feel like she's sort of like, you know, she's on Tatooine. We see her like sleeping in like old spaceships like this and stuff and wearing old helmets. I feel like she's kind of dreaming and like looking off. You'll see her. She's going like, oh, when's my journey going to begin? I mean, they still play that up, but I definitely feel like, and especially with The Last Jedi, I mean, with the themes they tackle in that movie, it seems very much like these characters are supposed to represent the new generation of people, but like not just being young characters, but sort of their journeys of like, oh, we're looking for Luke Skywalker. You got to let go of the past and stuff like that. It's all very annoying. I mean, it's really cool actually, but
well, that's kind of back and forth then on those themes.
Well, yeah, totally, because in the sense where he's like I feel like she's the one who wants to hold on to like the old stuff, and I mean, I guess we get into another movie there. All I'm saying is she's dreaming to be Luke, and they just spell it out for you. You know, like we'll see shots later when she's just sitting there eating her bread, she's wearing her helmet, just like a little kid.
I know,
like wearing her little war helmet. Also, that's cool that thing's hovering. I wonder how they did that.
Computer generated images.
It's probably just got like a blue screen pole under it, right? I don't know. And I love this thing, this big yellow armed thing she's walking by. This is great because it's like visual and they don't really explain. Like she looks at this old lady, and I feel like this is her supposed to be like, oh my
Thinking
god.
about that could be her.
Yeah, totally.
Never leaves.
I always hear people complaining about it. Like, what was that scene about? I'm like, are you an idiot? She's
Yeah, why? How
a
could
visual
you not
thing.
see that?
Yeah.
She was like, "I'll be damned."
Simon Pegg.
Yeah, I don't really get. Is he playing the voice or just the body?
What is Simon Pegg
He's
do?
just doing
Sean
the voice of
Mendes.
this guy,
Sean
but they kind of alter his voice. You can barely tell. There's like 2 words he says where you're like, oh yeah, I can hear his voice in there.
Sounds like they didn't want him to be noticed, and they just covered him up with
Yeah.
CGI, and he's probably disappointed. Really? Because I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. He gets to be in Star Trek and Star Wars. That's pretty awesome.
Going to my theory about like how they're fans. I mean, she's got the little. See, there's her doll. That's like the X-wing guy, kind of deal. Like in her spare time, she just sews Luke Skywalker dolls. I don't know. She's like a kid who likes Star
Yeah.
Wars. You know,
Playing with her Star Wars toys.
Ugh, bro.
making bread and water. She didn't even stir it. Just saying.
Yeah, barely stirred.
So if you stir it a lot, I mean, can you add cinnamon to that and it'll be a Cinnabon? That'd be sick.
Yeah, that's
That
You
bread
know,
look weak.
just gotta-
That bread is like great.
Well, yeah,
make sure it's liquefied before
peasant
it
bread. You know.
builds up. I want to try some peasant bread.
Some lammis.
It's probably like super preservative chemicals, instant cancer.
What?
I don't know.
That helmet is boss. See, it's like tilted to the side. Her helmet's like tilted to the side, like she's just this dumb little kid on the porch in the Sandlot, just like, I want to be a baseball player. I want to be George.
Now, how long ago did the Battle of Jakku happen where all this wreckage is from? Like, how long has that been sitting there for?
Goodness, I don't even know.
10
That was
years, 20 years,
props.
30?
I'd imagine if it's rusty like that. Look at that. Meeting robots. Doesn't this remind you of A New Hope? Oh, yay. Childhood stuff.
Yeah.
That's what they're going for. Alex, where did you see The Force Awakens? Do you remember the first time you saw it? What was up? Tell us about that.
It was with you.
No, I saw it with Brandon the first time.
Who did I see The Force Awakens with? Oh, man.
Brandon and I went, and my friend David went in my
Yeah.
Darth Vader costume.
That's right.
I went as American Yoda, I believe. Do you remember that? I had an
I do
American-
remember
Yoda.
that. Yeah,
Did
that
y'all
little
see that?
plastic Yoda mask.
Did you
Yeah,
like
with
see?
just a lightsaber.
Man, I can't even remember. I can't even remember who I saw this with. Maybe my friend Spencer.
It was weird because the evolution of a Star Wars line has changed. And I remember when the prequels came out, it's like this big cultural, like waiting around for like months and tents and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then when this one came around, like I said earlier, they just bought all the theaters, so you could, like, everybody had to have like 5 or 10 theaters showing it or something.
Yeah.
I remember that was something Quentin Tarantino was like really vocal about. He was mad because Disney tried to get him to not show The Hateful Eight at that time, and he's just like, "I'll do whatever I want," as he should.
Did he push it back? Or...
No, he didn't at all. He was like, "I'll do whatever I want. Don't
I
tell
don't
me what to do."
remember when that movie came out. I like
Came
that
out
movie.
around the same time,
Yeah.
like the winter of when this came out, because this came out like 3 Christmases ago.
Dude, you know what?
It's basically become New Christmas.
You know what, dude?
What?
I know, like, robots are normal for them, and they just they like treat them like people, but like on some real levels, like, I would be always happy to have a little tiny robot.
Oh
walking
yeah, a
around with
little
me.
robot companion, a little buddy to talk to.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome. It's like
they're always
having
just
a-
like, I don't want you, go away, robot. And it's like, beep boop boop, I'm really cute, and they're like, all right,
okay, fine. But this is a chore for me.
right.
Well, they sell them too.
Dude, them droids probably have like little guns and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
come on. I want a robot with me at all times.
He's got a lighter.
I like that he has a blue and a red tint on his mask from the lights. It was cool.
Yeah, definitely. They're subtle things, right? I mean, is it just because it's cool, or are they doing it because those are like colors we're used to? You know, it's like
Maybe
a
because he is struggling between light and dark right now.
Oh, you think it's getting that deep?
I don't know. No,
I
not
think,
at all.
Like this all, I don't know. This all looks like I said, it's the nostalgic feel of how it's filmed, but then it's always like a little bit of a twist or an updated twist on it.
Yeah, it's got
So
that
I think
J.J. Abrams
right
camera settings.
camera
I don't
flare,
know. Yeah.
the lens flare. I
Here's
swear.
Hux for the first time we see this bitch.
Yeah. I like him. I like him more in this
Jeez.
movie than I do in the Last Jedi.
He's way more Nazi like driven in this one.
Yeah.
And the second one, he becomes this like slapstick like
Yeah.
Three Stooges character with long sideburns.
He's like at least a little intimidating in this movie.
His little you know, Rey's great. Her hair bugs me.
Look,
The 3 little buns in the
I'm
back.
sorry,
Or what?
y'all.
It's like over trying to be Princess Leia.
She. What?
I'm just hating. She's great.
I know.
I mean, go on. It's like a little a little like episode 1-y. You know what I mean? Like a little just like
It is,
over the
yeah.
done.
A little bit.
Queen Amidala-esque.
Like Princess Leia had the buns in the first one in the 70s, but they cut that shit out like right away. You know,
Yeah.
they're like.
I
like that. See, if I was her, I wouldn't trade the droid, but I'd be like, we got to go. People are gonna try to rob me. You know what I mean? Like that'd be my
Yeah.
first thought right away. I'd be like, oh my
I
god, why
gotta
did
keep this thing safe somewhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't even like brought it to town. I would have been like, someone's gonna literally stab me in the back if I'm
Yeah.
not like looking out. It's the old lady that she's watching. That was she's like, maybe I'll be her like that.
I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Also, he closes shop.
Why did he close up shop?
Yeah, like the other guys would especially rob her. They'd be like, dude, you're a
Yeah.
robot. Give us the robot. I guess that does kind of happen. Apparently, actually, now that I think about it, there was a few extra scenes filmed.
Dude, your robot. Give us your robot.
How many, like, what, deleted scenes or
There's
more
like
than
a, they do actually like try to go mug her.
that? Oh.
Now that I think about it. You see it in a bit. You see when Finn notices her.
Yeah, so they show, like, the whole confrontation.
This is a good moment. Okay, so just catching
Yeah.
up there. It's Finn and Poe Dameron. They're talking in their little alleyway. We haven't really, just in case somebody had to pause the movie and they're like, where am I?
Yeah.
Where's the commentary? I can't line it up. Ugh.
I need a pilot.
Thanks for caring. This is funny. This is
Yeah.
more, and this is where the internet picks it up. The internet's like, are they gay?
The
Let's
internet
find
wants everybody
out.
to be gay so bad.
They
and
do,
it's
they
so
really do.
funny.
They really
like, can I was just reading something. I'm sorry to take y'all off of the movie, but I was just
Whatever.
reading.
It's a long movie, so we gotta.
Yeah.
What about the fans who are following along with us?
They're following you.
Oh.
I really
Wow.
like how the
That was really
TIE
great.
fighters look in this.
It is cool to be in a TIE fighter, like for the first time, not just in
Yeah.
like the one on angle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I don't know. I mean, like if they were gay, I wouldn't care. But
they're not gay.
they're not. Yeah, I know
They're not gonna do it because they're lame.
They just like are affectionate to each other, like friends are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you, and me, babe.
Like you and me, babe.
Me and Alex are like basically snuggling. We're sharing the microphone.
Pretty much.
Star Wars
I
is
smell
cool.
is Coca-Cola
Now,
breath.
is that a fuel line
What?
that it's still connected to, or is that like a lock? What?
I
what?
feel like it's a lock, you know, and that's pretty. I mean, they'd be pretty thorough about that stuff.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, they were. They couldn't get away for this moment until I mean, basically Finn just shoots him away or whatever. Man,
Ooh? Oh.
you think they would have a shield on that at all times? You know, the little docking bay
Just in
commander.
case,
Oh yeah,
You
I
think
mean,
they're.
well, I guess they just trust their own people that much.
This part is great. I remember watching it and being like, in 3D, just being like zooming around, but at the same time being like, this is sort of like the video game.
This reminds me of KOTOR. We got to take these things out.
Oh yeah, they totally set it up like just waiting to put out the video game version.
No, but not like a good one. I mean, like a phone app like game where it's
Oh.
like shoot the targets, and it's like
It's already locked
One
on
of those
the
endless
thing. You
games.
just have to push a button.
Yeah,
Why
like
did
one
you
of
sound like a 1920s
Man.
shoot the targets detective where his pants are hiked up way too high.
I guess because that's just my version of Frogger.
Why were their pants up so high in those movies, dude?
I don't know.
You're
So-
warm.
Oh, you're warm, babe.
There it is.
Sorry, we started watching the movie for a second.
Yeah, sorry guys.
It is Star Wars. It is pretty like distracting. I mean, then there's more of this stuff, right, where we just see them kind of just going that like all these little cameos to actors we know nothing about, and we always see them in like BuzzFeed articles. Like, did you know that person's cousin was this person? You know, it's just like that
No.
adds nothing to the movie. You know, God, I can't stand that shit. But yeah, there's Kylo Ren wearing his mask.
Look at him.
He didn't take it off yet, right?
No.
They milked this for a while before Pretty Boy comes out and he becomes a Twilight villain. I mean, overall, I like
Whoa.
Kylo Ren. He's like one
Pretty
of my
crazy
favorite.
canon.
Why'd you call him a Twilight villain?
Because he's like all gothy. It's just a joke. It's not
Oh,
true.
yeah.
I mean, we can make fun. we're here. We're all family.
I like this
Leave him
camera shot.
alone. Yeah, with the green lights.
Yeah, and just like the 360 kind of slow pan around him.
Yeah, the space. It's fun the way the TIE fighter kind of zoops around. You kind of when you're in a big theater, you're sort of whoa.
Yeah.
Sort of there.
Finn, that poor guy, he stayed sweaty this whole movie, bro. Dude was constantly sweaty.
Did he even get to shower the whole time?
didn't
He's
shower
just wearing the
once.
same
Just
outfit the
still-
whole
yeah.
way through.
Just still post jacket and
Poor
just
guy.
Yeah.
Now this moment, he's like that.
I always think about stuff like that.
Think
like
about the nuts, dude. Like, can you
must
imagine the
smell so
disaster
bad.
that's going down there? Let him wash himself.
Well, especially when he takes off
Been on
his,
the
he
run
takes
for
it off and he's
days
just wearing
across
like
the
shorts
galaxy.
under, or he's just wearing like like a tights.
Space. Space Spanx.
space stank.
Space stank. He just woke it up. He woke up from his space stank. Just there.
And all
Just the smell.
sandy.
Dude.
So when they
Some
were
of that sand.
oh, that's
probably
the moment
stuck
from the
with him through
trailer.
The whole journey.
Yeah.
That moment he stands up and it's just in the teaser trailer where you see the sand and then he stands up. Bum. I remember that was so cool.
In the
The promise of it was so much cooler than Finn actually panned out, though. I mean,
dude, the
Yeah.
whole time in those trailers, all they showed was Finn sweating and doing this. That's all he do.
Yeah, that is like his main job.
That's like his main job.
okay, so
be
where
out of breath and
did Poe
sweating
Dameron
all
really
the
go?
time.
Like, wouldn't Poe Dameron have just walked over to where he had
Yeah,
crashed?
wouldn't he be like
No,
maybe
he
100
would-
or 200 feet away?
He's like, I gotta get out of here.
Now, is this spaceship sinking
No,
in
it was
quicksand,
a-
or is there a monster?
There's a monster.
Why couldn't they just add a little tentacle just for me just to know? I was confused.
No.
Like, I thought it was like a Steven Spielberg thing, like where sometimes when
But then it
vehicles
burps.
crash, they... Oh, I guess. Is that a burp?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
That felt like something
sounded
blew
like a
up in the
burp.
spaceship.
Oh, I thought it was a burp.
I just felt like the spaceship just blew up because, I don't know, just...
Where's your
poor monster.
imagination, Miles? God.
It's right here next to you.
Let it-
It's gr-
I thought he
down.
like
Reach
crashed
down.
onto like a
Reach down.
Sarlacc pit or something, and then it just chomped that shit down.
What if it was Boba Fett? It's not on the same planet. This is cool. Not CGI kind of desert. Pretty easy. I mean, I could have been this character. We could have been this character just walking through there and being hot. Also, why did Poe leave his coat?
Yeah,
Is it
Why-
like a
why
deliberate
would he
Easter egg
grab
from
that?
trailers that they were just trying to like troll us through? Like, if everyone's wearing this coat, they'll be thinking about the wrong things. Possibly. So yeah, here he is doing the New Hope, walking through the thing, sweating, with his what did you call
Breathe
it?
it hard. His mouth stay open, bruh.
I mean, he's just basically this is the Mos Eisley reference, right? Does he
I
just
don't
go
know.
wee and slide down?
I would.
It'd be really dangerous. He's going
Yeah,
like
it
90
would.
miles an hour.
Yeah, dude.
bash your face into sand.
I'm trying to find some type of way to like Finn. I'm just thinking, like, I just don't like him as a character or his dumb face.
I mean, spoilers. Spoilers to The Last Jedi, obviously. But I mean, why are you watching this? If you get really far into the Star Wars lore if you're listening to this,
Yeah.
the lore itself. But in like Last Jedi, yeah, I really thought he should have died.
Dude, he had red eyebrows too.
What? I did not notice that.
Hawks?
But yeah, I thought he
Super
should
Grandma
have.
Hux
Yes.
there?
Dude had red eyebrows.
If he would have sacrificed himself in his moment in The Last Jedi, it would have meant a lot more than.
Oh my god.
And it would have built character for Rose to be the new
Yeah.
character. It would have gave her motivation.
I don't
Just
know.
enough for us.
No, I don't want Rose either.
Also, this
Or
thing
her
has a butthole.
Jubilee sidekick
Can we point out
self.
that when we see this from the
It
back,
made her,
this
like,
monster
really
has a butthole?
Jubilee-ish. I wasn't
They showed the
trying-
butthole?
Yeah, you can see it in a
didn't see
second. Also, this is going to cut into that deleted scene nonsense I was talking about earlier. See, this is a scene that must have been going on. Doesn't this look like something was happening there? I guess they did try to get a robot.
Oh, well, yeah, they were trying to steal it for. What's his name? Simon Pegg character.
There it is. Look at that.
Ooh, bro.
Whoa.
Ah!
Details. Details. Also,
looked like-
BB-8 is
They
doing
spare
terrible.
no expense.
His booty hole looked like two beanbags pushed together with a little split in the middle, bro.
Yeah.
You know, if BB-8 could do all that stuff in The
Ugh,
Last
they keep
Jedi, you
showing
think BB-8 could defend itself in this movie a little
Hello.
better. Eh.
That'd be real cool.
Unless BB-8 just gets some upgrade between now and then to like learn all this crazy stuff.
No, I don't think so. I think that was just they didn't want to pay any CGI, so they just put a little ball spinning there. Because it's basically just like cheap BB-8. You know what I really love? All the theories to this movie that don't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, we all fell for them too. Like everybody's like that. King!
Oh, I did super hard.
I fell so hard for the Darth Plagueis theory. I think the reason they didn't do it is because everybody fell for it.
Oh, I thought Rey was gonna be Obi-Wan Kenobi's granddaughter or something.
Honestly, she still could. They do whatever they want in these movies. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone was like freaking out about her cane. They were like, "That's a Sith thing." Whoa, man, why she got her thing? Whoa.
Oh yeah, I hope that she makes that into a lightsaber or uses part of it.
My fear is that in the next trilogy that they will get so far away from the originals that they will just have little lightsaber daggers and stuff, and they won't be called Jedi, and it'll just be a different movie entirely.
No,
That's what's gonna happen.
Well, I mean, I hope they do at least like the Grey Jedi stuff,
Excuse me.
but I hope they don't go into weird little hand weapons.
Yeah, I don't want some like re-envisioning of the shit I love. But again, at the same time, I kind of like.
You got to be new to some extent, but
Yeah, that's kind of why I like the Last Jedi.
keep some rules.
Unlike you, who does not like the Last Jedi.
I like parts of it, but yeah, for the most part, I hate it.
But this one we're all okay with. This is kind of the thing, right? People like this one, but then they all felt weird about it, so they gave him another one, and then everybody's all like, it's too much of a reboot. Oh, it's too original. It's kind of like, you can't make everybody happy. Because Star Wars is sort of like a thing that everybody owns to some degree. It's like
It's public domain.
Well, it's like, everybody likes it so much, and it's such a part of their childhood individually. But then there's this great community about it. But it's sort of like, oh, my version of what the Force meant for me. The Force was always this because it was open-ended. So then when I see like Carrie Fisher fly across space, I'm like freaking out. That's kind of what
Star Wars.
That's kind of, I think, why it's hard to get the masses just to sign on to one thing. But overall, I mean, even though they try new things, I feel like they always get the tone right, and it still feels like the same universe. It doesn't feel like not cohesive.
Right, yeah.
It just feels like, a new direction, you know.
You know, BB-8 is pretty cool.
Yeah, wait.
I like BB-8.
Did we sign off on him being sucky or something?
No. I'm just coming to terms with it in my head. Because everybody's just like hyping it up, and it's just like, shut up, everybody. But then when you like look at him, he's a cool looking man.
Yeah, and just the fact that they built one that really works.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be able to go as fast as it does in this movie, but
Yeah, and they have one that has like a
it's
little
still
training.
super cool.
I'm bleeding.
You need a bandit?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
Here, I'll go get it.
what were you gonna say?
Oh,
Wake up. Oh my goodness. I can't stand him, dude. Are you okay?
Oh, well, there's a ton of stuff. See, right here, she's like, take my hand. It's great because the whole time he's trying to take her hand. She's like, I don't need to give you my hand. Woman themes and stuff, which is great. And then at the end, she's like, take my hand. And it's like, okay, I thought that was a cool little moment. Also, Alex, you know I called this scene. Remember before we went to go see this? Like, I was like, dude, they're just going to run by and be like, where's that junk spaceship? And then they just ran. Totally called how the unveil was going to happen. But, man, what a great way to do it, I will say. This is a pretty dumb... This is a classic dumb Star Wars moment.
Yeah.
You know? Though, pretty weird that it's just sitting there and all the lights are on. Like, it's just turned on. Like, do you not need a key to
What do
run
you mean
that
the
shit?
lights are on?
Like, when they run in, the lights are all on. Look, like, the green lights are on and stuff.
They
That's-
might have been doing something. It's like
What?
docked.
Who the hell's... Why didn't they... Like
Oh
all
yeah,
the,
what?
They're just like, it's just full running.
Maybe there's sensors on the ramp. I don't know.
I have no idea. And then
Scratching
she's
here.
just like...
She just said it hasn't flown in years.
Yeah, and for some reason the hyperdrive probably works. I have no idea. Though it is cool.
KOTOR.
It's cool to see him in little guns that kind of go left and right. Come on, baby, hold together. You know. I mean, I know they're just doing the New Hope thing, but I think this is cool. It's weird that it's CGI, but it has some weight to it. You know, I like this little dragging across the sand.
Yeah,
It's like
it wasn't bad CGI.
No, not at all. I mean, in a way where it's weird, but because I know it's not real, but it feels realistic. By the way, it's just knocking into crap right here.
You know what? This movie is good.
It is good.
Oh yeah, it's beautifully shot.
Yeah, like the camera's all shaky there as it flies away, and it has all the ooh sound effects. We're listening to it on mute because we have subtitles. Again, we don't want to be sued.
Well, I mean, you could have it at like 1.
I don't don't want to risk it because then
Oh.
we like did all this work and then we have to delete it because it's
Yeah,
just
true dat. Whatever you want to do.
yeah. This is a good. I'm glad they explain how
I-
he's not hurt.
Don't like the volleyball sound effect that they use for BB-8
There's a volleyball
every
sound
once in a
effect
while.
there.
Yeah, they maybe use it twice in the movie, but
They should
it's
use
just like the thing's metal. It wouldn't make that sound.
They should just use a little Pac-Man. Boing, boing. No, it'd be terrible. Yeah, John Williams' score, I assume, is rushing. There's a little old school 70s TIE fighter. So, I mean, if another spaceship that's like a triangle shows up, does it have like a little triangle crappy design on there? Or is it just, are those just equipped to be like TIE fighter guns?
Oh, what?
For his little screen, it just picks up like the TIE fighter, like a little circle and square. You'll see it later. I feel like I know she's climbed through these before, but man, she's really confident about flying this big hulky spaceship.
Yeah.
like that she's just dunking into all those buildings
This
before.
would be like
the Force made her do it.
being a 16-year-old just getting your license and then somebody being like, hey, go drive this Buick down the highway.
I guess
like,
she does
during
using the
rush
Force.
hour.
I guess she's doing like the Anakin Skywalker Force thing, right?
Yeah.
Like pod racing stuff.
She's a natural at it. 'cause
You know
she's
what's-
tapped into the Force.
This is great because it ties into things like pod racing because they're like on the sand and they're like zipping through it and stuff. Oh, that's great how you see other people like her just like, oh, dude, dead people, get their costumes. Wouldn't that like just drag on the ground, just like break off? What was I gonna say about the Falcon? Oh, I like when you see when she starts flying it and it's crashing into stuff. I was gonna say about that. That's like when you're introduced to like a new video game mechanic, and like you're doing a video game and there's like some side mission, and it's like here's some weird controller thing of like the millennial you control, and you have to like toggle your controller on like a switch or something. You're just like so confused and you're just like bumping into things. That's fun. It's good stuff. See, this is ridiculous that she's like flying through this.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think that would lead to anything because it's just like an exhaust port. Wouldn't it like run right into like a bunch of filters and something that wouldn't be a tunnel?
Yeah, and also I don't. This is great.
Dang.
Don't stall, hit it. That's pretty cool.
This movie good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was freaking out in this.
Yeah, when they say
in
it's a
theaters.
reboot, they don't say they're not playing it safe. It's just, I don't know. That's a good shot. Right
What
there.
a terrible looking planet. Get away from there.
Yeah, why would she ever want to go back?
You still need a band-aid?
Yes. Get me a band-aid, slave. Give me it. So, for those who are listening to this commentary, I'm very sorry. We keep getting off track. Right now, Ray is kneeling down and talking to BB-8.
And Finn's lying.
And Finn's standing back there looking like a big dummy. Ooh. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
With the resistance. or whatever.
The rebellion. What's
That ship
your?
is cool.
Yes, it is.
It's really flat. Oh.
So, who's your favorite character?
What, in the new ones? Or
Yeah, the new ones. Yeah,
probably Poe Dameron, but I don't really like him in The Last Jedi that much.
because he was because of the fragile masculinity thing everybody keeps
Yeah.
talking about.
But I like Kylo Ren more in the Last Jedi, but I like Poe Dameron more in this one.
I think Kylo Ren is
but I brought these cookies.
dope.
Those are better than Band-Aids.
I know that's a commentary, but we can at least eat cookies.
Yeah, we can.
Than Band-Aids.
Don't get too condensed into the crunch. Oh, this is great when he's
I
like,
gotta let my dog out soon. What time is it?
you gotta watch the movie. You're already here, man. We need you.
It's not
Sorry, Willow.
We're missing these great moments of him being a jerk. Stabbing into the computer. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Choking this
That
guy.
was cool.
Yeah.
Mad, huh?
Slowly quickly earning the respect of the audience by doing cool things.
Oh yeah, do you guys remember that? Like, wasn't there a meme going around after Rogue One where after Vader force chokes, what's his name? Then he smiles afterwards. People were like taking that sexually.
Who smiles?
Whatever his name is. The dude who
Whatever.
works under.
You're so stupid.
I don't know. I forgot what his name is. The guy who dies on the beach. Who loses his job.
And he smiles. People said it was sexual.
Yeah.
Might have been true.
They just wanted to be sexy.
Oops, sorry. I hit the mic.
Don't bump it. Don't bump it. You bumped it. Alex is using a bathroom break or a phone
I'm
break.
big. I'm a big person. You stupid dick.
Oh, this is great. Where she's like pointing around. Like,
Yeah.
That one. No, that one. That one. It's that one.
No.
That one.
No.
You bypass the compressor. That's me and my friends would always be saying that. I bypass the compressor.
Bypass.
And here's this little moment where BB-8 finds out that he's not the man he is, and he's just like, give me the thumb. He gives him a little thumbs up. I'm like your sad
Oh,
guy.
a little lighter. Thumbs up.
Which I also feel can like be seen like many different ways. Where he's just like, I got your back. I got you a light. You know, like I'm your guy.
It gives him personality. Gives
Definitely.
him a little more.
Now this I never understand. How can someone explain to me how Han Solo finds them?
Oh, well, later on when they get to Ma's Cantina, he says something about like if our trackers could find it, then anyone can. So like,
Then why didn't he find it sooner? Unless they were on the way to
as,
get
like,
it,
as soon as they turn the ignition
which was already
in
turned
this
on.
rust bucket.
So can you debate that the ship was already turned on, so they're already coming for it?
I think that there's sensors on the ramp thing, and then those turned the whatever blah 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 on as soon as they ran aboard, and then that allowed the trackers to track them. I don't know.
Pretty random.
That's my explanation.
I mean, I buy it. I mean, it doesn't need to be explained.
Yeah.
Not like I'm saying didn't need that. But I mean, like, I mean, like they don't have to necessarily explain it. It just kind of
This is where
plops into the
everybody
lap.
cries.
Though, I mean, I guess the trailer was really great. How cool would it have been if they just had somehow kept under wraps that they were going to be in this? But then you can't really sell the movie.
Yeah.
Watch
I
out
was
for those
mostly
cards.
sold just to see everybody from the original trilogy.
We got Han Solo. We got Chewie. No, I like this movie a lot. I still find moments with Han Solo kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
Remember when we watched those
Get over here. No one can hear you.
Oh no. Excuse me.
Get up in there.
Hey everybody.
Get up
Remember
close
when
and eat a cookie.
Okay. Wow, you just gonna get him the last cookie?
I'm getting you. I'm sharing this one with you, and I was using you to stall while you get a half.
Wow. Friends, everybody. How many of us have them? I remember we were watching the Harrison Ford Savage Savage Comments compilation. If you've never watched it,
What is it?
do yourself a favor. It's just Harrison Ford just socking it to him every time somebody says, like, they're like, "Oh, are you really happy to be back doing, being being Han Solo?" And he's just like, I got paid. It's like every time it comes back to it, he goes, "Yeah, I want to see that check." Like, this
This is his only answer to like every
to
question.
everything.
Yeah, he's basically.
He's
That's
probably
awesome.
like, "Y'all are crazy. I don't give a rat's eyelash about these movies. I'm old."
Thanks for my check.
I have to show you a picture.
Like he just doesn't give a hell about your childhood. In
What
any
the
way.
hell?
He's like, no, it really is about the money. Seriously, guys, come on, think about it.
I have to show you this picture, Brandon, of my friend's mom, who was at a restaurant, and Harrison Ford was there. But like the way the father took
photo's
the
amazing.
picture, he had to take a picture, but try not to act like he was taking a picture of Harrison Ford. Like
Oh,
he's taking a picture of her, so
stealth cam?
half of her face is like, "Ooh," and Harrison Ford's in the back, like, "I know what you're doing." It's the best picture.
Oh, great. I do want to see that.
It was the best picture ever. And for all those listening right now, I'm sorry I'm eating this cookie in this microphone. It is crunchy, I know.
I find it weird that he's so willing to leave this ship behind just because he gets the Millennium Falcon back. Like, this is a huge ship. You can store a lot of stuff on here.
Hey, man. He's got memories.
Oh, my goodness.
Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away.
Drift away.
Bow, bow. Are we sharing this?
No. I'm opening them over here, even though I know the mic.
Thanks.
Hey guys, when I was younger, I hated string cheese.
I was trying to be discreet about giving you snacks, and you guys pointing out and singing all. God damn it.
Give me the beat, boys, and free my
I mean, we need cheese because honestly, this is the shitty part of the movie. I'm not gonna lie. This
Yeah,
whole, like,
this
the
is my
Contra
least
Club.
favorite part of the whole
It
thing.
is just the biggest
Contra
waste
Club.
use of Harrison Ford in the entire
Yeah.
movie. It's such a. Actually, honestly, from here until spoilers, his before he dies, all of it's fucking pointless. I think it's just misused.
Oh,
like right when he
the-
shows up's cool. Right when he dies is cool. Some moments with Leia's great. Otherwise, it's just like this is dumb.
Yeah. Everything in Maz Cantina.
Oh, we'll get there for sure. We will get there. I hate that character, Mas Kanata. That shit is stupid. No one ever points out that they do have another black actress in the movie, and she's just like CGI. Why can't she just be
What are you talking about? Lupita Nyong'o?
Mas? Yeah. Why can't she just play the character? It's like a forced Yoda. How about this? Just do Yoda. In fact, later when we see Yoda in The Last Jedi, they pulled it off. So why not just get another fucking puppet? Why does it have to be CGI? Because no one would buy it. That's why. Stupid. I mean, I do like some of the lines. I do like that he's Han Solo. Going back to the scene, I do like that Han Solo is sort of being a scoundrel and just doing what he does best. you
Yeah.
know?
It was funny.
And like he's sort of caught here, and I mean that in general is great, but it's like he's fighting like he's holding CGI squids. You know.
Yeah, those were just really weird.
I mean, I guess they don't have the Falcon, so they can't really do like their covert. Thank you. I'm struggling with that word. Also, look at these guys with like the bullseye masks. I just
They're
like to imagine
so
if you punched them,
intimidating.
they just fall apart. These guys right here.
Yeah.
Tell you
they
that
look like
Contra
robots.
Club. Cheese break. Star Wars guys. See, this is gonna happen. Get viewers, listeners, give us a break. You're watching the movie too. You probably have the volume on. Should thank us for leaving our volume off, so you don't have to like time it up perfectly. That way you can just turn it up if you don't want to hear us eating cheese.
So basically,
Go fuck
Rey
yourself.
is responsible for killing all these people.
Badass. And almost her best friend.
Yeah.
And what if it had killed Han Solo? Like, what if Han Solo had just been like taken out?
The credits would have just rolled, and that would have been it.
Or like it hit BB-8 and all of his parts flew, including the plans. And they're like, I guess we don't know how to loot.
Well, there that goes.
Everyone's like, this part's great because it's like Indiana Jones. Well, guess what? That's stupid. This is not Indiana Jones. It's Star Wars. I do not give a shit about
Was
your
this
Indiana Jones
filmed
tie-in.
before or
That punch
after he
is
broke
sick.
his leg?
That punch, though, is
Yeah.
worthy. What was the question?
Was this filmed before or after he broke his foot or leg?
I don't know. Yeah, that's what happened with that. He broke his leg.
He
They like
broke something while they were filming.
no, but didn't they like? I heard they like delayed filming or something. They almost didn't
Yeah,
do
and he
something.
recovered pretty fast. But still, like, I don't know, you shouldn't be running on it afterwards.
I mean, kind of wish that he had broken his leg. Luke had been in the first one, and then Luke and Harrison Ford would have been in the second one.
That would have been awesome.
So if we
Just
ever get a
having them
time
team up.
machine, sign that up to the list. Doable time machine changes. You know, right after like Lincoln assassination, things like that.
I think
Star
that's
Wars.
like my only real gripe about these new ones is that they're all three of those core members were not together in the same scene.
Why didn't this monster
Should have happened at least
not
once.
eat Finn
I
right
agree.
away like everybody else?
Yeah, it
What?
just kind of like ran away off to its. Where did it go? You know.
I'm not gonna chase anyone anymore.
I assume it went to the steering wheel of the spaceship. You know what I mean, like the main area.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's only the hallway, the hallways, the cages, the back. Must have went to like the toilet. Oh no, she traps it in all these
Yeah.
rooms.
No, she closes.
What if she like
The
just
door.
cut Finn in half? And he's like, I loved you. Ah! She's bleeding
I
everywhere. and
hope they
shit.
do not end up together.
They won't. He's gonna be with Rose. Rose
Rose
die
dead.
alone.
Rose dead.
Rose is not dead. She just passed out.
They need
No
to,
one's ever dead unless they get stabbed or cut in half.
They need
Yeah.
to kill off these people. Okay.
You only die in Star Wars if you fall off.
You hate her? that much.
Well, I'm not like Rose either.
Who cares?
I just hated their whole story. Like,
They're just
little
like, hey,
mission.
we're a bunch of crazy kids out here.
Yeah.
Here's
I'm a
a-
resistance fighter.
Here's a useless casino scene.
Yeah.
Bye.
I'm gonna give up my identity to the first person who catches
That's the
me.
other Star Wars movie. We're watching this one. We're watching The Force Awakens.
Sorry.
Sorry, y'all.
Sorry, I'm just teasing you. We can talk about that. This is like the bad shit, so we gotta.
But then, yeah, they're so quick to totally ditch this huge spaceship right
They
now.
don't give a shit. They got their hot rod back. They're like, woo, let's
yeah,
go.
but I mean, they could have just killed a couple of things
Um,
and some people.
yeah, I guess you're right. They
Then-
probably stole the spaceship, Brandon.
Yeah,
It's
it
probably
is
not
Han
their space.
Solo. Yeah, it's probably.
It's not their spaceship. I'm sure there's some terrible Disney tie-in comic book. Also, that would crush them. It's like the glass looks like it breaks a little bit. It's like they get sucked out into space. Oh, little Easter egg. For people who are trying to time out their televisions or computers with us. Thank
Oh,
you. again.
the ball.
Some
Yeah,
people
the
don't
Falcon's
even-
turning. They're shooting. There's Han Solo. You time it out. The thing's sucking away.
Dude, that looks like a sea
She's like, turn that knob, the compressor, and he does it light speed. There. So if you got out of sync, get back. Also, they light speed out of the spaceship, which I feel would maybe damage the inside of that area a little bit more.
Yeah, I think everybody would be dead
Or singed.
behind it.
Or like they would be sucked in with it, and then they
or,
like
have,
just
or
disintegrate.
have a really nice tan.
really bad tan.
Yeah.
So here's a big complaint: is the how do you feel about Star Killer Base?
Let's just chip out the equator line of a planet. And build a...
Whoa! Wow.
how do you feel
It's
about-
ambitious, though. You know.
No, I mean it's cool, but as it being like another Death Star, I mean,
Oh, yeah. It's kind of weird.
Snoke is on here, cute.
Ooh.
Ooh, what a cutie
Cutie.
pie. It's so funny because he's the absolute opposite of it forever.
Yeah, he's like a deformed Voldemort.
Yeah.
Dude, Voldemort looks better than dude.
Yeah.
I like
He
that.
doesn't even have a nose.
So now we know now we know that Snoke gets the comeuppance in the next one, and it's just like a big
Yeah.
red hair.
Yeah.
But like I like that we know that these two characters know Snoke's really tiny. So I imagine when they first saw this big hologram, like afterwards, they're like, "What is he doing with that big
Yeah.
hologram? He's like an old guy." You know what I mean? Like they definitely like thought about that around the water cooler.
They should have just made him big. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh,
Some giant
Yeah, just some weird
being.
deformed giant that's crazy. He don't look like that in the new one though. He looks a little different, doesn't he? I mean,
He
I
just
know
looks a little lankier.
a little bit more
I
modified.
guess.
Well, he's not
But
all
he's-
hologrammed out.
yeah.
He's a little bit more fleshy.
Not hiding under.
He's in a room with red lights, so it lightens his pimples and such up.
Yeah.
It's for your HD pleasure. Look at Snoke's balls in 3D.
no.
His
In
face.
4K.
Right.
Caved in head. I mean, you kind of feel bad for him.
Dude, I think it's so funny that people say that Snoke is that one Jedi that bumped his head on that door. Oh, not the,
The
Jedi, the
stormtrooper?
stormtrooper that bumped his head
Oh,
on the door.
yeah.
He didn't bump it that hard. It's
I
the
know,
front so dunk.
but it's funny because he hit it right here, and Snoke has a big old deep scar right there. So people are like, "It's the same guy." Shut up. That'd be funny if it was.
Yeah.
I would be hysterical if that was true.
They just go on some 20
I
minute.
would. Matter of fact, I would absolutely
flashback.
love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chewie's doing his thing and yelling at people. Put your eyes on the wheel. You're in light speed.
Yeah, what?
I also like that
He
we're
ain't gonna be able
seeing.
to do nothing.
You can see in the background the light speed from the Return of the Jedi effect. I like that they utilized both light speed effects.
How do they know?
I bypassed the compressor.
How do they know that they can?
Bypass the compressor.
my God.
It's worth pointing out that she's adorable as shit. Even though I was making fun of her hair, I mean, I'm completely obsessed with Daisy Ridley.
No, she looked like she was shaped like a box in the next.
No, but just in general, look at her and like when she's looking all
oh,
She's
bad.
got a
pretty,
nice
yeah.
smile.
Yeah, it's just that Star Wars hairdo I can't stand.
Yeah.
That prequel Star Wars hairdo. That's what it is. I think it's mostly the prequels. It's not that it actually looks bad. It just reminds me of the prequels.
Stop.
Oh, Easter egg! Whoa! This shit is bullshit. I mean, I think it's really cool. But when you can see like how they use an Easter egg in The Last Jedi, which I feel actually builds on the story, kind of puts that one to shame. You know?
How do they know that they can go into warp speed and travel the path they're traveling, and they're not going to hit somebody?
Oh, and like autopilot
Yes.
it, and then it's like, oh, well, let's just go
Because they
wander
do
around the ship
calculations.
now.
Calculations. They do them.
It's sad.
This is a great scene. I believe in the Force. I've seen some shit too, kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is This is the scene where I was like, my childhood's back.
Brandon, you just gonna sit here and let my titty just hang out?
Oh,
Side boob.
my
I see
bad.
it. Look out.
I thought you needed to breathe.
Nah. Look at Suha.
He's so. So his face is just up against the wall. No, do not.
Mushed his own face.
We have to go get him and wake him up in a moment. So are all these planets uncharted? That's what I wonder. Or are they just like people?
And I mean, if you have taking a picture of your cat. If they have the map up into a certain point, wouldn't they just be like, let's take every planet in this chunk of the galaxy and scour it?
Yeah, I feel like you could build your map off this.
Yeah.
Just reference points. Go, oh, look at these 4 systems. That's... Holy shit, that's Yavin 5 in this one. Oh, well, that would mean if we just change the angle... probably why they want to keep it away from Kylo Ren, because they actually have resources. And by resources, I mean they have lackeys who can do the math problems for them.
Yeah.
They have a cabinet of some sort. Like a White House cabinet. Do the math! Find where it is. I was rewatching The Empire Strikes Back, and I noticed I really like the scene where C-3PO was like, "Man, your spaceship has the most peculiar way of communicating. It's really weird." It's assumed that it's a really sexy voice, or possibly like a really feminine man, like Nathan Lane, just like, "Oh, baby."
Nathan Lane.
Yeah, you know, like either like some fun character or Martin Short, or like some really beautiful lady, and she's like, "Come on, 3PO." And just being.
Well, that makes me think of that Futurama episode where Bender starts talking to the Planet Express ship.
Oh, really? That's
It's a
cute.
good episode.
Yeah, it does remind me of that. Oh.
I love Futurama.
So I didn't come up with the original. That was a subconscious
planet.
idea.
Yeah.
What a whole use of a set and space and time in the movie wasted minus getting the lightsaber.
Wow.
I don't like this part of the movie.
There isn't a whole lot else that goes on.
I mean, I almost
the-
would say let's push the skip button and just like let the people at home deal with it.
Up
No.
until I do
What
like
the-
when
I
Rey
know, I'm just teasing.
gets captured though. The whole like lightsaber in the face part. It's pretty badass.
This is great, by the way. He's like, I'm a big deal, and he's just like, when am I gonna know you're full of shit? Always. And everyone at home's like, yeah, Harrison Ford's a scoundrel and he knows how women work. He's a good guy. He's being safe for the Disney audiences. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but that's what's going on. I mean, he would say that because he's learned and he's married man. He's got kids. So he would be more responsible. Also, he's got a new jacket. Looking nice. You gotta say, like the updated
What do you
look.
think those things are?
Bullets.
Those 3 little
Those are bullets.
bullets.
Yeah, those are like some in case needed insane bullets. Like
What are you talking about?
like those things in his coat right
Oh,
there.
his coat.
Those are the. I imagine they probably have. They could be like air tranquilizers to make a gun work.
Emergency whippets.
It's like just guys get to the end. If I see a bridge, I know I gotta go over. I get really nervous of heights.
Yeah.
What if he says that? He like maybe sees like right before he goes out. Ben. Oh, he just hits one. Oh, I can do this.
Whoa.
Ben. He's just like baked as fuck. He just goes out to deal with Kylo Ren. No, I'd imagine they're like one's like a shocker bullet, one's like a poisonous thing, and one, just look a demon and you can just throw it really fast. That's
Are
my
you-
imagination.
Pocket
She
sand.
wants to go back to Jakku. Can you please?
Whoa! Did you see that standing there 5 seconds ago? It was not Rey.
Yeah,
that
looks
was
super
terrible.
weird.
That is like
I never noticed that before.
I almost
but
want to like
it
pause
looks like
it
a different
and
person.
go back. That was insanely bad. I'm gonna look it up online, okay? But did you see
Yeah.
that? It wasn't even her, Daisy
It
Ridley.
did not look like her at all. It looks
I
like
never noticed
someone with a
that.
completely different shaped face.
Do you think that was just like weird rendering? Because we're watching on the DVD
Yeah,
player,
maybe
like a pretty old DVD.
Maybe it was just a couple of frames that were wonky.
Oh, look at all this CGI crap.
Isn't isn't there like pod racing flags and like the Boba Fett flag and
The
stuff? up there?
Mandalorian symbol, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
You know what I have to say about that? I hate. Who cares? I was in this play once, and these kids were like telling me all the facts, and I basically just met another version of myself, which is just a teenager just being like, "Woo, I'm excited about stuff." And we were talking about Star Wars, and the old guys were talking about the OG Star Wars, and I was talking about all sorts of it. And the kid was like, "Yeah, Boba Fett's a Mandalorian." And I turned around and I was really nice to him, but I was like, Sam, you got to understand, that doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter. It's really cool, and I love the extended universe. But Boba Fett's cool not because he's a Mandalorian. He's cool because he's a badass, and you don't know anything about him. And that's what makes him cool. So whenever someone's like, is that the Mandalorian symbol? I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter. But maybe I'm just being a hard ass.
Why would she call out his name in front of all these people?
Yeah, that's like he should have been like, dude, that's real foul.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a rebel, a general that have killed like planets worthy of people's families.
I mean, there are literally people right there that aren't trustworthy.
I mean, yeah, right away he just got snitched out.
I like how she grabbed dude's tooth.
Yeah.
Come here, baby. Let me whisper in your ear. Give me your tooth.
Now it is cool to see. It's weird. I'm conflicted because this is It's great to see all these weird like live action.
Oh yeah.
things.
Practical thing. Mike the microphone mouth guy.
That guy is clearly from Earth
Yeah.
or something. Because I mean, he couldn't be. But look at his like. Obviously, yeah, it's like some 20s. This lady was pumped to be in this movie. Her family freaked out. This is the only scene she got.
Yep.
Who is that?
Who cares? I mean, I do care, but it just sucks that like I just imagine getting. What if we were cast? They're
It's
like,
like
oh
the
my god, we're
biggest
Star
moment of their
Wars."
life.
I mean, it's to be pretty cool. I wouldn't give a shit. She's way cooler than me. What am I saying? She snitched to Kylo Ren.
Is anybody else kind of bummed out that like this whole thing didn't really go anywhere? The whole him talking to the thing, the Vader
it did
mask.
go somewhere. He's just having. He's not really talking to Darth Vader. He's talking to himself. And
He's talking to himself.
yeah, he's just like self-reflecting in his little like fake den. Like, he's trying
Really?
to. Yeah, he's got like a little cube room like Vader, but it's a little bit bigger. It's more of that fan stuff. He's just like looking at his poster, being like, "Why don't you help me?" You know, I don't.
Oh yeah, all right. I guess I never really looked at it that way.
This is more of that. He's a Star Wars fan stuff I was talking about. Like, he's wearing the
Yeah.
mask. It does pan out. He revisits the mask by destroying his mask. You know what I mean?
I suppose, but
Also,
I
that
always pictured it was like Snoke fucking with his mind and like making a vision of Vader that talks to him or something.
They
Who
left.
knows?
I feel like they left it open ended, but will
Yeah.
probably make a terrible comic book that will be canon but won't matter. But if you buy, but just
Yeah.
tricks you to buying $5 to get some answer
for
you
the
don't
collectors.
you don't need basically. People forget that J.J. Abrams is the guy who made Lost, and if they thought they were going to get answers from his stuff, did they not like know what happened in Lost? Like, nothing is answered. You know, like, really.
It's just purgatory.
It's just no. But what I'm saying is, he just likes to do open-ended mystery stories and just kind of like lead you down a trail and like barely answer something. I mean, I think one of the most biggest BS scenes coming up here is when, you know, she doesn't take the lightsaber, but Maz Kanata tries to give it to Han, and he literally is like the audience. He's like, where'd you get that?
Yeah.
And she's like, that's another story for another time. And it's just like, BS, man. You're never gonna get that answer.
Why didn't we get that story?
She should have been like,
Last
I just looked for it. It was really hard, and I bought it off the black market. You know, I just picked it up. You know,
Jedi. Amazon, man.
but I'm not mad about that. I feel like when people point that out, I guess you could say, it's kind of like, dude, it's J.J. Abrams. That's not the point. It's, you know,
Yeah, he likes his mystery box.
that's his deal. Yeah, he's sort of oh yeah, look at all this. I hate this. Oh, this is so stupid. I'm looking into the eyes of a blah 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 blah. Like, there's all this forced Yoda nonsense that's just not working. You know what I mean?
I want to know how those glasses work.
I will say though, the glasses
See?
on the side look pretty.
I told you,
real.
she just said, looking through the eyes of a man who wants to run. Finn, yes, you do want to run, so quit fronting.
Yeah.
He's still trying to get the poontang. He's just still like trying to buy into it. Be all tough guy for Ray.
Oh no, he still wants to run. He just like, don't treat me like no Mark Trick. You know what I'm saying?
Don't act like you know me.
Because I'm running because I'm smart, not because I'm a coward. Don't get it twisted. That's what I would say if I was Finn. I'll dash this drink in your face.
Into her. She's like, get out of my bar.
I'm looking for.
I like how she's not like the least bit mad that they basically bring the First Order to her place and just like destroy it. And she's just like, well, let's go, guys. And like,
Yeah, they track the Falcon.
it's not like, wow, fuck you guys. Like, this is my house.
Yeah, she should have been like, get him out of here right away.
Drag all this crap here.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like her place is secret. It's just more they came for Han Solo.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah. But they do pretty much obliterate this place and assumably everybody inside of it.
And it looks old. It looks like she's been running that place for a long time.
Yeah, it's pretty dumpy. I mean, I feel like this is just her home and she makes money, but it's not like she needs the money. She's just kind of like a a wizard witch kind of lady, you know, just chilling in her hut,
Who's hundreds of years old.
selling some booze to some weird aliens because she's hospitable. Oh, boring. Not Luke Skywalker and not Han Solo. Sorry, Ray and Finn. I'm just yawning. Sorry. I mean, we have to talk for a whole movie. It's hard.
You've been doing a real good job.
I'm trying to help.
I'm sorry, I moved your pop filter.
I'm trying to help. Well, what do you want to talk about? Exactly.
No, I was thinking about saying something stupid.
What is that?
I was gonna say, let's talk about how pretty and blue your eyes are.
They're brown, you
I
asshole.
know they're not even blue. Crack myself up.
Romeo and Juliet.
Stop, dude. How did he like? Why did everybody become fast friends? First of all,
Fast friends?
fast friends.
You mean that-
Oh, like we've only known each other for a couple hours,
Yes,
but hey,
because,
we
like,
have this
even-
connection. Come
Even
with
Poe
me.
and like, don't you think they're being reunited was a little like bit much?
Yeah, a little.
Like if me and you escaped on a pod,
Like,
and then
dude,
I-
you're back. I'd be
and-
like, nuts. Good to see you.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing
Oh,
here? We
dude,
gotta
you're
go.
still alive.
Awesome.
Right, awesome. Let's go. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
embrace you. No offense, I would embrace you now. But
Yeah.
I mean, like if I just met you.
There's so much that bugs me about The Last Jedi, even though I love that movie. I think I like it a lot, but like how Finn comes back and nobody's like, "Hey man, Han Solo's dead, and you're like the last. We sent you on a mission, and and Chewie says that you're a janitor. Like Chewie says that you were like out there, and you're like, I actually don't know anything. And now Han Solo's dead. So what really happened? I feel like that would have been a really cool plot that didn't go anywhere. And then he would have maybe like, oh, we got to go to the casino thing because I got something to prove. And it would have just given him a motivation for that whole C plot. Finn's stupid.
It is kind of weird that Chewie
It
was.
is.
It is weird that Chewie didn't hold a grudge against Finn. But I guess he didn't have a chance. They
He's
were
the wise uncle,
together the
though.
whole
He
time.
knows what's up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Because he does get that shot off Kylo Ren. I wish that they just keep doing that.
He should have blocked that, or at least slightly, or slowed it down.
Oh, because
he's all emotional. I don't know.
That was a little moment.
Yeah.
That was Kylo Ren. No.
The lightsaber.
In the Obi-Wan Kenobi box pointed out.
Oh yeah.
She also went back for the box.
That is the same box. Really?
She's like, oh my god, this is the exact same thing in the catalog.
Ultimate collector.
It's the same thing from the catalog. Be the blue one. She's like, be the green one. Be the green one. Ah, it's the blue one.
That would have been kind of dope if she had the green one.
Yeah.
I'm still pretty bummed it didn't really show up necessarily in The Last Jedi. It showed up in
Oh
flashbacks.
yeah, just that one scene.
I think it's still in R2.
Still in R2.
Yeah. We have everything we need right here, said Princess Leia. You know what I'm saying? Oh.
Trippy.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Also right there, I'm giving up the Jedi. Just pops in the side right there. Little tilts the little use the little stick to close it.
Now, what is all this though?
These are okay.
None of this gets explained in the Last Jedi.
These are they call them the Knights of Ren on all the Wikipedia page or the Wikipedia, which is great.
Yeah, but Kylo Ren
Wikipedia.
clearly is murdering one of the Knights of Ren.
Yeah, well, because
For what reason?
kill the past.
But
An early incarnation of that.
Yes.
I think a lot of things. One, he's going to be in. I think it'd be really awesome in a very Justice League, old school, cool Justice League style, if it cut to the next one starts with Kylo Ren running the New Order, and he's just got a table of badasses who are all like, "Oh, dude, welcome back," and they all just have their own little crappy red lightsabers, and they're just like dumpy.
So it'd be his Knights of the Round Table, but Knights of the Ren Table.
Yeah, you got it. I also think they're Jedi from that he recruited. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're just like, they're probably, what if they're just in there like, dude, we have to wear these masks. It's really inconvenient. That's why he killed that guy.
Dude, I have to say,
Good flashback though.
both of her eyes look like booty holes. Number one.
Little cat buttholes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the flashback.
I'm about to say something here. God. I was
Get up
going to
in
say
it.
something in the flashback because the flashback is funny because they showed Ren when she was a little girl going, no, come back. And I thought it was funny that she's literally wearing the exact same thing and her hair is that way. And I think it's really like cartoony and Muppet Babies of them to do that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, why did they have to put the buns in her hair to let us know that's her? We know
You
who
don't
that is.
grow or
Because this is a
change
movie
as a
for,
person your whole life.
Right. And you got the same old tan flowy outfit.
Because half the people who will see this movie are stupid, and that's like they're trying to make it as simple as possible, which is such a shame.
You gonna
Such a
get
shame.
you gonna get some hate
Well,
mail.
the movie's created for a worldwide audience.
Maybe I get some likes. Subscribe. The Fortress of Solid Dudes.
The Fortress of Solid Dudes.
Solid dudes and dudettes. When one comes on.
Don't wake the precious baby.
Don't wake the poo-ha. Meow, meow. I'll probably wake him up by the end of this. Get him meowing. I mean, this is all good. Like, it's weighted, and it's good that she has her little alien friend.
Oh, yeah,
Yoda, but I don't like it necessarily. I don't.
They build up so much stuff that doesn't mean anything. That's what makes me not care about it now.
No, I don't think it doesn't mean anything. It's just part one of a hero's journey. It's just the second journey just goes in a different direction.
Guys, I work from home tomorrow.
Work from home. He works from home.
Ooh, lucky
You're
you.
working now.
I'm working now.
Tell me what you think about Yoda.
Tell me
He's not in
what
this one.
you want from me.
Everybody's like, they got Ian McGregor or whatever. Ian, what's his name?
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
Ian McGregor.
Whatever. Ian McGregor. They got him to come back and say half of a word, and Yoda's in there. And I'm like, I didn't even know that till I used subtitles when I watched the DVD. But cool. I guess I missed that one. And like, part of me, I love the flashback, but I'm like, why didn't you just do something cooler? Like, just show something straight up. See, that was like the Lost moment. You know what I mean?
It's just confusing me because there's more that they're not telling about the thing, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the guy who took over the second Star Wars, he just seemed to like, oh, well, I'm going to do this. Nah, who cares?
Yeah.
And then the next one's going to be, I'm going to
I
do
guess
this.
he didn't need to explain anything. But
Well, he didn't need to. I feel like he just really went out of his way to...
not explain it.
Anything on the internet they could go against without you expecting it, they would just do it, basically.
Yeah.
And it's weird. You think he would have made those
I like
decisions?
this little speech that he gave.
Yeah, it's good.
It was like his best moment as a character.
For sure. Well, I still kind of like...
I guess he can grow a little more. He didn't die in The Last Jedi, did he? No. He's still hanging around.
He gets thrown to the back of the bus, basically. He's like sitting there.
Like a nuclear explosion.
They would be singed. I mean...
Yeah.
It's like
imagine how much like
sun.
radiation they're being exposed to right now.
That's why he has sideburns in the next movie, because they just grow out.
Mutant
Dude,
chaps.
that's crazy.
Lens flare.
J.J. Abrams' lens flare, good call. That's it in the trailer. He's just like thinks he's so cool in that little stupid
He
mask.
sure does.
That mask doesn't look cool unless he's got the hood on.
It's funny though, because like Adam Driver could have not shown up to work that day, and they could have just like put a mannequin there and just like panned it around that because he didn't move at all.
I like that. So Finn, this is Coruscant. Okay, they also zoom into this lady. I swear to God, this is a comic book tie-in to something stupid. Like, look
she
at this
has to
point
be
of reference.
Someone important.
Yeah. Also, they just tried to shoehorn in a woman character, but that's just some random extra. That doesn't count as a main character.
We're gonna take the Death Star and multiply it by 1,000.
Everyone
everyone
on this planet is like, oh man, I thought one of those bullets was gonna like veer to the right and just come hit us,
Ooh.
veer to the left and hit us.
Totally.
Man, we
missed
lucked
us.
out. So glad I didn't go to the
Sucks
main
be those
city.
guys.
At least 4 of those guys are like, dude, I had an apartment over there.
Damn it.
I mean, what would they have done? Just blown up everybody until nobody was there and they just floated around in space? How many planets would they blow up?
Now, how does the mechanics of this Star Killer base work? Will one charge like suck all the energy out of a sun, or does it take multiple ones?
I think it takes just one sun, because that's a star. You know, it's like infinite power and heat and stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Pretty crazy that you can put a sun inside of a spaceship planet and not have it like implode on itself.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Reference to Apocalypse Now, is it?
Whatever that one movie is.
They always do that shit. They did that in Watchmen too with the Minutemen guys. Here's the scene I'm talking about. She's just like, here's the lightsaber, and he's like, whoa, how did you get that? His hand got cut off. And she's like, I'm not telling you. I'd be like, bullshit. You tell me right now, or I won't even give it to her.
Yeah.
And he like takes out of Finn's hand. He's like, that does not belong to you. Thank you very much. He's just be like, this is mine.
Yeah.
I'm his friend. Who are you? A stormtrooper? You don't get that.
I feel like Han would not trust anybody with that. He'd be like, no.
But also Han
that
probably
goes
wouldn't
with
want
me.
it. I guess, right?
Maybe. I feel like he would feel obligated to take it for some reason.
I'm sorry.
Alex, are you memeing?
But yeah, now her house is just destroyed.
Bummer.
It's
Is Maz
all their
Kanata?
fault.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. What is that stormtrooper doing? Just like, oh, I'm just looking over here, dude.
Taking
Oh!
a piss.
Shit, dude. Can you like spot me while you hit this bowl? BB-8 is like, can you stop running through rocks? This is really struggling for me.
Yeah.
I'm a circle. Oh, no, it actually works out perfectly. Wow, look at that. You think Maz Kanata like walks through the woods and just clears rocks so if people bring droids, they can get in? Look at
Easy
that. Not only is
access.
it destroyed, but there's no interior things. It's just boulders. It's like almost like this is a set that was predetermined
Yep.
by a movie set. No, actually, this is all great. What am I talking about? I'm picking on it, but this is really cool. This is where the movie picks up.
Yeah.
Basically, the
say
beginning of
so.
the movie. Kylo Ren shows up, and yeah, it is kind of like the beginning all over again, but just on Grass Planet. We have Snow Planet, and we have Grass Planet, and we have Tree
Chewie's
Planet.
strong. He just like throws that rock.
That is cheesy. It's cool.
Oh, that he just
But
shoots to the
The
side.
execution is cheesy. Like
It was funny. I almost looked like he was surprised he actually made it.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it.
he's like, am I a character in a movie? This is
Stop, dude. Ugh.
This is more my debate of like, does Han Solo belong in the modern times? Debatably yes, debatably no. I'm gonna go with yes.
His lines here are kind of cheesy.
I love this crossbow. Buy this toy. Hey, buy this at Walmart. You're gonna like the way you look. You just add so much to like. Damn,
I swear.
Finn figured out how that worked very
I know.
quickly.
Yeah, just
He's-
started.
this
Oh,
guy's
my
great.
Lord.
The internet fell in love with this dude.
Traitor.
And everybody's rewrite. Everyone has their own Reddit rewrite where it's like, why didn't you just kill Captain Phasma here? And we all agree that's pretty.
This
dumb.
should have been Captain Phasma.
Yeah,
Like-
and instead of wasting 5 minutes of it on
Yeah.
the next movie. Unless she comes back. Like, she's just like, they just keep reviving her and she just gets killed really easily. And that's like the next gag. And she becomes like this Jar Jar we all love to hate.
Why is that not chopping through?
The lightsaber?
Why is the lightsaber? He better be glad he turned it off too. Why
Because,
is it rolling all
They
The-
over?
updated
it-
their tech, man. They
Yeah.
figured it out. Like, if people are going to have lightsabers, just finding them.
I guess they could make like riot shields with the same
Look.
technology.
What's Finn doing right now? What's he doing right now? I'm sweating again.
I still haven't showered.
But he did fight that person.
So mad. Would you say that he did
He
shower?
still hasn't showered.
He ain't showered yet, y'all.
Well, good thing he wakes up in
so-
water in the next one. He's like in the
Oh,
little
grimy.
water.
Well, good, but do y'all understand the travesty? I bet you they had to replace that water like 3 times. Do you understand the travesty that's going on in his pants right now?
This is cool. The water waves coming up.
Yeah.
Even though it's really giving away the fact that they're showing up to kill all these stormtroopers. And if I was the stormtrooper, I'd be like, we got to get out of here. They're sending like 12 X-Wings after us. We're
Yeah.
people.
I would accept that I'm dead at that point.
Yeah, I'd be like, take the costume off. Do what the Finn guy did. It's surprised that more people aren't doing that. I hope they don't like politicize Star Wars to the point of like that's what happens. Like all the Empire, like we're going up against the fascists and we're taking off our stormtrooper costumes. I mean, I guess that would happen and be better than little bears defeating them, but it's still kind of like, no, forced politics at the times. Whoa, they're dead. That's cool. This is all dope. Like some of these are mixed real explosions and some of them are CGI.
Yeah.
Means no worries.
I feel like it's good just because it's not as terrible as like it's just some good old fashioned cheesy. We're on a Hollywood set, running around and going patoo patoo. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's Star Wars to me. That's my version. It's just like patoo patoo Hollywood magic. Woo.
Pew pew.
And then they go into like a CGI sweep shot. His spaceship just defies physics.
Yeah.
But I guess also sort of is the Force. It's a hell of a pilot. Oh, it's Poe Dameron, you know it. Hey, I've been gone for no reason and I'm back until people needed me. I'm Poe Dameron. Have you guys seen Ex Machina? It has Hux.
Oh yeah.
And,
it has both of them.
Poe Dameron in it. That's great. I saw
Yeah,
that
that's
movie.
a really good movie.
That's like right before The Force Awakens too, so they were probably like, dude, we're gonna be in Star Wars together. We're in all the sci-fi hits. My favorite scene in Ex Machina is when he's like, I'm tearing it up on the dance floor. They're like, he shows him his sex bot and he's like, and like the Hux, not Hux, but the actor who plays Hux is like terrified. Like, oh, I'm living with a murderer, and he's just like boogieing down in sync with this robot to like the funk song. I was just like, dude,
Yeah,
if this
that
had
movie
happened in Star
got
Wars,
super weird.
movie's super great. Oh my god,
Yeah.
so not prepared for it. I remember just showing up. Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah,
Little,
this is like one of my favorite parts of the movie.
a little David Lynch moment there, a little Twin Peaksy. Like she just shakes, and they like kind of speed it up. Like for 1 second, they do some weird abstract shit. I'm not going to do it in my stupid voice. Has he taken his mask off yet?
No, not yet. That's like the next part.
Goodness gracious.
But yeah, that would scare the bejesus out of me. Having that shit that close. Like singe your face off.
Who are they shooting? Like, everyone's gone. Are they just like running around being like, we gotta do stuff. Just look like you're bit. They're
shooting.
They're like stormtroopers on a slow shift. They're like, listen, just run around, make commands. If Kylo Ren sees you not doing something, he will strangle you to death. Just
look busy.
Just wipe off the spaceship or something.
Take a clipboard.
It's already dead. Keep shooting it. Did you guys want to take a break for a moment?
Yup.
Okay. We're gonna. Okay. Well, wait. We should time it out with people so if they're watching it. So Han Solo is watching the spaceship fly away.
And Finn is running up, breathing hard and being sweaty again.
And he's like, no. Then Kylo Ren's going in the spaceship, and Finn runs past. No. Finn is saying no. We'll be right back after this breaks. Everyone goes, ah! Okay, so we're back. So we're gonna push play. Do you want to do the thing?
Do the thing?
Yeah. Because we pushed pause. It was a bathroom break.
Just to recap, the subtitles are saying no.
Finn's running through the track and looks like there's an X-Wing behind him. I don't expect them to push play at the same time because I guess we didn't push 3, 2, 1 pause. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll conduct it.
So.
Ready, Alex?
Mm-hmm. Wait, isn't he going?
Yeah, he goes first, and then I'm doing like the conducting thing.
3,
2,
1.
Play.
Oh, look at that. He's
Go.
running.
We did it.
Let's play.
I said go.
Oh.
That's the first one.
Nice.
Well, that's all right. That's all we had scripted. Now we're back to making it up, and we are struggling to get through this Star Wars film because it's so long and shitty. No, it's good. We're having fun. Hey,
I like how Kylo Ren's ship. I like how they just like turn in the air, just hovering.
No, that is
that's cool.
The mechanics of the spaceships are refreshing. I will say it's cool to see a sci-fi movie where like the spaceship designs are dope.
Fucking float.
It's just
this weird ass spaceship.
They were all the way they turned around was like, don't let me tell you again. Just zoomed off.
You know, I want to point out that like Princess Leia just zooms in.
Is it how it was?
Yeah. Wait, what?
They just zoom in, like when the Emperor being like, "Holy shit, there's some Rebel Alliance spaceships!
Like,
Get them!"
Hold on.
They'd be like, "Turn back around, Han Solo's down there." You know what I mean? Like we got a lot more shit to do.
She ain't got no neck, bro.
Carrie Fisher, God bless her.
She looked like she said, "Lord of mercy."
Oh no, Stevie!
Oh yeah.
Hello, I'm back.
Lord of mercy, you want some biscuits? Can you help me find my neck?
Carrie Fisher, God bless her soul.
Yep.
Rest in peace. Terrible in this one.
Oh yeah,
the other one was
she did
the
great.
Last
She
Jedi's
did great in
great.
the Last Jedi,
Yeah.
except for one line. I was like, ugh.
Overall, great in that
But
one.
no,
This one,
she did better in the
terrible.
Last Jedi.
I love. It tickles me to death when I think about her using the Force to flow back through that shit.
Yeah.
To that door.
It's a little
Yeah.
weird.
I just giggle every time I think about it because I'm like, well, I guess.
But no, there's this one part where
Show too much
she's
of
like
it.
she's giving orders or something, and
this one or in
no,
the-
in the Last Jedi,
Okay.
there's like one scene where she's giving orders and she just like her voice
like, at the
cracks or
helm?
something. I don't know, and it just sounded like really weird.
There are parts in this movie.
I'm old.
I mean, I'm not trying to like crap on her. It's like I feel like they filmed a lot of stuff. There are scenes where she's talking and she's saying something, and then it cuts to another shot where the camera's a little bit closer. So I feel like they tried a bunch of stuff with her. They just either got cut out or it didn't work.
Maybe.
Did you just push me?
No, did I? Oh, you were leaning on me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's post triumphant
We're
return.
still snuggling into the mic. We're very close.
We're hugging right now.
I love peeking. Literally the microphones. You turn it down.
This movie.
I love
Look, now here we go. Now this was over the top.
parked outside. Just look
This
at
was
us.
real over the top for some
Yeah,
fools that
we're
just
best friends now.
escape. Yeah, I always saw.
I'm telling you.
Maybe they are supposed.
It's
to
because
be gay.
He probably knows that guy
Shut
more
up!
than he
You would be
knows.
friends. You're like, dude, we're the Rebel Alliance. Remember when we were in like the Death Star? We totally got out of there. You'd be
Yeah.
friends. Like, what else do you bond about? It's like, dude, remember we stole that TIE fighter and
No,
fucking
look how they
killed a bunch of people? That was sick.
No, forget you.
And we crashed on a planet and we both survived. What was your adventure like? I mean, it would be a little bit of like again,
I think
my
it's
theory they're
because-
Star Wars fan kids.
I think it's because they ran. They did a run hug. If you do like one of those, oh, and then you walk up and go, hey, and
Yeah.
then that'd be a little different. But they were like,
Oh, you mean they just bought into it?
But they just
they were like,
full embrace.
slow mo hug run.
This scene with Carrie Fisher is bad. It's like, I'm so glad you're here. We need to know your information. Like, this is like the one. She's just saying like filler general stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, that guy from Lost who's the airplane pilot is in the back. Cameo.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but I always recognize him just from random stuff that J.J. Abrams does.
Yeah, that's what they say. I swear to God, he's in Lost for like the first episode. He gets eaten by the monster, the pilot.
Dude, ma'am is disrespectful to women, isn't it?
Who?
Ma'am.
What's ma'am? A man or ma'am?
Ma'am.
What's that?
Oh, the
Like,
Oh, yeah, you
yes,
gotta call her
ma'am.
Miss. Yeah. Also, this lady gets a whole scene with Chewie. They getting like the freak out.
Yeah,
There's
he
the
was
whole,
like,
like-
I like that.
3PO, you know what? 3PO has a red arm.
uh,
So let's talk about the red arm thing. Thoughts on the red arm?
Oh yeah. I
What's the
remember
story
you kinda
behind the red arm?
He was
Is
on
there
a
one?
planet. He was on a different
Oh
planet.
no, not the actual. Okay, well yeah, we're gonna talk about the plot.
Oh,
What
wait.
it is.
their touching moment is coming up.
Okay, I'll do it real fast. I feel like the red arm.
Meh.
They say it's a spin-off story. They have a spin-off story, but it's really just like we need to
It's a
sell an
comic book,
updated
right?
toy, because you can't just sell the same toy again. You have to sell like the Force Awakens.
Oh,
toy
yeah.
with the new
I
coat,
mean-
Han Solo, and the red arm. I'm just saying. Also, 3PO or R2D2
But there's
is a garbage can.
There's
right now.
no. Is there a new R2 toy? 'Cause it'd still be the same.
No, it's BB-8.
Yeah, I guess.
But also right here, R2D2 is just Dustin. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's weird. Why wouldn't he like be up and about
I love that plot hole. That
trying to find Luke?
Why is he not with Luke? Because he flew his TIE fighter to that island. Unless like he took another R2 unit and just blasted it away. Unless there's another R2 unit.
Do
Fan
they
theory
need a
that will
droid
never.
to use it?
Yes.
Oh,
They even
really?
need the one with BB-8. The BB-8's always with Poe Dameron most of the time.
Yeah, but
That's why BB-8's with Poe Dameron in The Last Jedi a bunch. Brandon!
well, yeah, but do they need a droid to?
To fly the X-Wing? Yeah, it seems like it. I never seen one without it. And also probably why Luke was worried R2 fell in like the hole at first, the water.
So do you
at
think
first.
that like for the first few years, Luke was living on that island with a droid, and then it just drove him crazy? And
I
he
mean,
beat
yes.
it to death
If he has his
through
original
the
X-Wing.
river or the water.
Yeah, that's his original X-Wing. He, for sure. Because even Poe Dameron's updated version with the circle bots, whatever they're called. I guess they're called bees or something.
Snoke. He seduced our son to the dark side.
This is nonsense. Me. Do I want to speak here?
It was
You.
Voldemort.
It was love that kept Harry alive. It was love that kept Luke alive.
It's not funny.
This is some weird, like, forced exposition.
Yeah.
But god damn it, it's awesome to see them together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I hate it and I love it. It's just so conflicting. It's just
They
like
so old.
they're making these movies well to some degree, so I'm just like, woohoo!
Oh yeah, I
It's all
still think they
shaky
did
wobbly.
good.
Mariah Carey got a little Mariah Carey run going.
She's really hot.
I got pink glasses. I ordered some pink glasses.
Ooh, those are
Ooh.
nice.
Yeah.
On the phone.
Hey guys, I ordered some glasses just to let you know.
Oh, here comes.
Hopefully we can get some
Kylo Ren's
glasses
face.
sponsors. Get you some free glasses someday.
Firmu
So
is
subscribe
great.
while we're here waiting for Kylo Ren to take his mask off.
Firmu.
Subscribe.
It's the best.
You can write us at what is it, Fortress? FSOD podcast at gmail.com. Write us some stuff about Star Wars
Yeah.
and
please.
sponsor us so we can get Alex a glasses sponsor
Yeah.
and me a boot sponsor.
I would post every day with some glasses.
Oh, he took his mask off. He's sexy. He's got a big nose. Oh, he's a beautiful actor.
Why does he put
That
it?
dust
Are those
is
Vader's
sick.
ashes or something?
I
I mix my mask around in my grandpa's ashes and then put it on my
That would be
face.
lame.
Like,
that would
I don't
be
know.
maybe lame. Like, it seems like a cool idea.
What
hope it's
else
just
would
the,
it be there
the
for?
ashes of people
What?
he
Sprinkle
killed?
some on
It's
top,
pro-
and then
I don't know.
It's probably what you're saying.
so
It's
he
probably
could eat
terrible.
his grandfather.
So he can breathe his dead grandpa.
You know what? Adam Driver is beautiful in a weird, in an ugly dude kind of way.
He's got that big nice nose.
Big nice.
He looks way sexier in the next one.
Unconventionally
you love his
handsome.
nose.
Adrian Brody's got a nice nose. I like the noses.
You like the noses, don't you?
I like the nice, tall white men who look like they win an Oscar, look good in a suit, nervous about being famous, have a big nose. I love that stuff. Hi, I'm Adam Driver. This is my TED Talks. I was in the military and I inspire acting. That's what he does now.
Is that what he did?
What?
He does
I
like
don't
an acting troupe
understand.
thing.
Why do the troops embrace art?
What is his goal? You mean, or why does he do it?
Yeah, or
I
like I
listened
don't
to
know.
some
I
of
don't
it.
get why they have
He does it because he said
the
that
whole
when he
time. The
start-
whole 6 years I was in, they never was like, "Hey, if you want to be
An actor.
an actor or something, do this."
Are you saying
like,
that you
why
were
do
mad?
they have that?
Did you not do it?
No,
You didn't get to do it.
there was never even.
Well, it's
the
just him
option.
doing it and like 7
If it
people.
was an
It's
option,
just
would
like
you do
a.
it?
I mean,
I mean,
don't know.
it seems like it's a
But
really
then-
small thing he does. It
I
doesn't seem like
guess
it's a huge
just
nationwide.
weird to even lump acting and the military even into the same.
I listened to what he. I mean, I would honestly have. You would have better experience than me, but this is what I've heard him say. He says something about like how it's like weird because his revolves. He's like served so long or doing it.
Mhm.
That is like. It felt weird having to be a different, be a part of a troop and a family in a different way because it's like an acting thing. He was just like, it was really weird and crazy and it was expressive for me. So he's just doing some weird pretentious shit, I guess.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
some weird attempt to be weird. I don't know. Power to him.
Maybe
What do you
was-
think about that though?
Well,
As
I
someone
don't
who
know.
is in, I mean,
Well, that was more of a part-time thing.
but still,
so-
you would have more of a say on it. Is that weird? Is what he's doing?
No, I guess not. I don't know, but I
You're
just
just
don't.
mad you
I
didn't-
just don't understand why they have like art, anything, groups.
I guess I see what you're saying because it's like war stuff.
Yeah, like that's not your job.
Guys, I just came up with.
He is
Do that
Kylo
on your own
Ren. I
time.
mean, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like maybe they like act about murdering people and they're like, "I'm Star Wars." Maybe that's all they do. Maybe they just play with Star Wars toys.
I just came up with a really cool character for my comic book.
What's character get in there?
Somebody that whenever they talk, real life caption pops up like in real life, and we can like move the letters around and stuff. Like every time we
Don't
talk,
put your words in my mouth.
It's just we can say things like that. Dude, did you hear me?
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow.
I was setting the mic so it sounds
Wow.
good, bitch.
Wow, best friend. Wow. Oh, I gotta be a bitch too, huh?
I love you.
Mm-mm-mm.
Star Wars. Wait, so somebody, but how are you gonna show the difference between the bubble of them talking and the bubble in the comic book talking? Like the normal,
Because it'll be
have to be squiggly.
it'll be interactive. It's in there. It's right there.
I get
It's
you.
really
Sounds
Oh
cool.
yeah, isn't like Daniel Craig the stormtrooper behind her
They always
in
say
this
that,
part?
and doesn't it so
Or
not
something?
matter? I think it is.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, I guess he's pumped about it, but I've never heard him be like, "Yep, that's me. That's me for sure."
Isn't Bill Hader BB-8?
I think
Shut up.
he's a few whistles and beeps.
Yeah, he like him and one other guy are like controlling the little beeps and whistles and.
Probably the other guy more probably.
It's that dude from Parks and Rec. That's.
Chris Pratt.
No.
Ansari?
Aziz Ansari's friend. That's like.
John Ralphio.
Yes, that guy.
How did they get
It's-
the cool
it's
job?
The way.
John Ralphio and Bill Hader that are doing BB-8's voice or beeps. Now, how do you think that she knows this Jedi mind trick?
Because she's a Star Wars fan. This is more my
she
theory.
just
She's
heard
one
of
of the
Daniel
ultimate
Craig
Star
right
Wars.
here.
Yeah, she's one of the ultimate Star Wars fans. She's like, I bet I could try that since the Force is all awakened in me and stuff. I heard it over the hill, and that's how I found BB-8. My destiny called to me. I got the lightsaber.
Dude.
So she's just trying. She look at her face. She's like, oh my god, it worked. I live in a movie land. Ha 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 ha. The meta theme. The meta themes are real.
Miles. Shut up. That was really funny, that whole spiel you just did with the English accent. That was really charming.
He turns on his lightsaber to just wreck everything.
Just mad. Look.
I like these. This is great. They're like,
never mind.
let's go explore the ladies' room instead. We'll
Let's
check
go to
that.
the bathroom down here.
Look at that beautiful sun. We'll suck its energy up. Yeah. What a bummer. Think about all the planets that died because of that.
Think of all the radiation
I guess they did
they're
already
being
kill the
exposed to.
planets. Oh, dude, so check it out. You could kill all the planets and then take the sun, so you like actually obliterate the galaxy to some degree.
Oh yeah, all life in the galaxy in that area is pretty dead after that.
So
Yeah, not really ecologically friendly. That first order.
everyone in this scene is pumped. Like if I was in the back, I'd be like, dude, I'm in the rebel mission part. This is the size of the Death Star. This is just Admiral Akbar is just like dropped in there right here.
Yeah.
It's like I'm back, and I'm back.
The whole destroy Starkiller base is a weird kind of subplot of this movie, because the whole movie up until this point is just, hey, we need to find Luke Skywalker, and then all of a sudden planets are destroyed. Then it's like, oh no, wait, we got a sideline to this real quick.
Yeah, for sure. But they're like, that guy's from Lost. That dude, he plays Miles, whatever, from Lost. He's the psychic guy who can talk to ghosts. He's one of the coolest characters. Season 3. I love that. You always show me that photo.
I know. I'm really proud of it. I bought a black leather trench coat, y'all. And it's immaculate. Look at that picture.
They can't. It's the audio.
I'm just talking to you right now, BB. Look at that picture.
Maybe I'll add the photo to the. Just that one photo will change when we're talking about this on the commentary. So send me that just to make sure.
I did send it to you.
Admiral Akbar, the guy from the Adia.
And now they start their mission based on a lie.
What's the lie again?
Finn's lie that I know what to do as soon as I get on the base, though.
Yeah,
And then they're like, all right, let's trust this one person. Friendship.
yeah, I guess he really did that.
Friendship.
That's what I'm saying. And the next one, they should have really been on his ass about Han Solo dying.
Yeah.
They should have been like, did you really know anything? It would have really been a cool subplot for that girl with the pink hair to yell at him. And then he would have been like, I got to prove myself. Let's go to the casino. And they would have been like, all right, I'm down. But instead, Poe Dameron's like, dude, you're up. What's up? Oh, you're running away? All right, bye. And no one was like,
Yeah.
did that Stormtrooper guy wake up? That would have been funny
We
at
got a
the
lot
end
of
if he had
questions
showed
to
up.
ask him.
And they're like, wait a minute, aren't you? We thought you died on the spaceship. Oh, yeah, I did.
Their last interaction. And it's weird because even my first time watching this, I knew that like after this point, they would never speak ever again. They just kind of like weighed that tone on.
Yeah, what a bummer.
Dude. Like, listen to her old lady voice in comparison to what she sound like in the movies.
It's pretty public knowledge she did a lot of drugs, dude. It's no secret she did a lot of drugs. She's very open about that. And she had like a lot of strokes and stuff too.
Jeez. She don't even sound like herself though, dude. That's insane.
This is a great set. I love that there's a bridge. I love this little just all this is real and they're just running around having fun with it.
You know what?
Dun 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 dun. Sneaking in behind the poles. Sneaking behind.
What is her name again?
Ray?
No.
Daisy Ridley?
No. Princess Leia. What is Carrie Fisher? Dude, you know what? Carrie Fisher was a babe back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what do you
She
think
was
about
gorgeous.
this? What do you think about this moment where they like light speed into the planet?
Oh yeah, that's kind of malarkey, but it's cool.
It's changed immediately in the next movie when the next lady just crashes through a thing and just obliterates it. It makes you wonder why they can't just star light speed through the planet itself and just destroy. You know what I mean?
That would probably maybe go like a mile into the surface of the planet, and then it would just like cause a big crater. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe if they shot like something the size of the Snoke's ship in light speed at this planet, it would cut it in half or something.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But not something that tiny.
So you think that they carved this into the planet as opposed to making the whole planet?
I think actually they just
guess
took
look,
one
cave
of
right there.
Snoke's ships and then they just grazed it with it and just cut the planet.
He just like dug into it and
Yep.
kind of imprinted that.
Just
That's
one,
kind of
one
that's
sweep.
genius. I like that. See, here's where they should have put recorders on them. So we heard the recording when you're out in the cold and you were like, "I'm just a fucking janitor. I can't believe everyone's risking their ass on this." Basically, because I want some mad pussy for Ray. Han Solo, he's like, what? Say hi to everybody. Take a break from the podcast to say hi to Suha. So yeah, we're getting to our final few moments of the movie, sort of. I mean, not really. We got another like 20 minutes. Han Solo's tank has begun. No, you stay. You gotta stay.
I gotta go.
No, you gotta stay.
We're almost at the end.
You gotta
It's
stay
like right at the end.
You don't have to stay for the credits.
Okay.
I was the one who was like, "Let's quit." It's our splash head earlier, and I was like, "No."
Just gotta pick somebody up.
Oh, you can tell them to fuck off.
My dog has been in a cage for 12
You know what you signed up for.
I didn't know.
Next time you get to pick the movie.
I didn't know it was today.
But look at you.
I didn't know it was today.
Look at Suha. He's so happy.
Y'all hear Suha? Purring.
Looks like it.
Y'all can hear Suha purring.
I'm not really talking about Star Wars very well.
What is the timing of this right now? Like how far into it are we?
Well, like an hour, 2 hours in.
Well, like what does the time say, or can you even check?
Oh, you mean on the movie?
Yeah.
I guess we should do a timestamp for everybody at home. Suha gone.
Oh, Suha got a little beastie.
Oh, 39 minutes left. Or what?
Trying to figure it out.
Oh, 138.
I would say about 30 minutes left. Should we just skip ahead to the Kylo Ren stuff?
Oh, well, no, just whatever.
That's
Or
what
I don't know.
wants.
I have to pick someone up.
You tell them to wait.
My dog needs to go to the bathroom.
You have to wait. Wait, I've never seen this movie. How am I going to get to the end without you? So, Ken Phasma.
Now, why would Captain Phasma even be worried about that blaster if that armor can deflect poop?
Also, Ken Phasma sold out the whole base.
Yeah, like, why would they give her job back
Yeah, I mean, she's just...
after just, like, giving up like that?
Unless she just
And then right here, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, I thought she was, like, gonna stand up and say something like, ha ha ha, I just called in for backup instead of helping you or whatever. But no, she just
This is
said, you're not gonna get away with
they
this.
just shoot up her helmet like that. I mean, he
Yeah.
had like a total like shot. I'm like, would you? And now I'm gonna throw your body down the hole. But no, they just let her live. Guess who wasted some time in the next movie? That bitch. I hate her so much.
Why?
It's just such a waste of my franchise that I like want to be cool. I don't know. It's just like, what a failed idea. They even said it was like an idea for Kylo Ren. And they're like, yeah, but then we didn't use it. And then we were like, let's still use it. It's like, maybe there's a clue that you didn't use it the first time. You shouldn't just try to like...
What are you talking about? Kylo Ren going on the Millennium Falcon?
No,
Or
I'm
what?
talking about... No, that would have been cool. I'm talking about...
That's a deleted scene.
For sure. I'm talking about Silver Trick sucking.
The silver.
What?
The
What's her
silver-
name? Captain
Crap.
Phasma?
Captain
Captain
Phasma?
Phasma.
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear, Captain Phasma. Captain Phasma's pointless, dumb, the end.
Oh.
Who was that? Was that Chris Rock?
No, but he was having a good time. Probably. Oh, that looks sick. X-Wings are flying around. You see BB-8, Poe Dameron close up. Spaceships. If you're just clocking in to see where we are because we paused it earlier. Oh, that's great. That's the classic, like, X-Wing. A million X-Wings coming at it. Alex, how you feeling?
I'm feeling alright. This movie, it's got me on the edge of my seat. And once again, what is Finn doing? I'm sweating, and I just gotta breathe. Like he's the worst.
Also, what a great coincidence that they bumped into Rey in this planet of a spaceship.
Yeah.
Unless
They
it's really
could've-
not that big. Unless you're just saying it's like a spaceship on top of it. I could see that being the thing. You know.
Maybe. I don't know. still, it's a lot of ground to cover, and
And then they just bump
find
into
it
each other
away.
right there. They're like, "Oh, we ran across the hole."
Yeah,
Where's- how the Force. I'd be like, "Damn, that is
yeah.
crazy."
Are there a bunch of skywalks that they weren't showing from one side to the other? Haha, skywalks. But yeah.
Forced friendship.
Force friends.
You smell like space. You smell terrible. That would have been great. She like.
I
hugs
still
up.
haven't showered yet. Me either.
What did you guys call it before? Space smell.
I don't
You guys have some
Space stank?
Space Spanks.
Oh.
Spanks. What was it called? What were you saying?
Space Spanks.
Space Spanks. She's like, you smell like Space Spanks.
She smell
You
like.
seriously need to shower, Finn. It's been like a week. Or how long
I
has
smell your space.
you can't? There's no
Spanks.
space and time because there's no like one sun. So like, how long has this adventure been going on for? I would assume at least 2 days.
You know, this,
Is there a galaxy time?
you know
a
this
standard
Rose's
time?
sister, right?
That hurts my brain. I never
Yeah.
thought about that.
How do they do that?
Do they have like a? Yeah,
What?
you're right. Wait, what was your
This-
question?
I said that was Rose's sister.
Oh,
One of the pilots.
Nice setup. Or it's just an Asian person and they just hope no one noticed. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. They probably thought about it. That's Carrie Fisher's daughter in this movie too. I guess you're right. They did think about it.
That guy's dude.
And that guy's a cameo. Look at that guy.
Whatever her name is, Billy Lord. I was hoping that she would have
Oh,
been
classic Doors.
the person who takes over for Leia in The Last Jedi instead of purple hair lady.
That's probably what'll happen.
Yeah, I hope that she has a bigger role in Episode 9.
Or maybe they just secretly filmed it and that's going to be a mind blow. Oh, here's the thing from the beginning I
yeah.
said that they set up. She's like, remember I did that thing? Oh, I did it for a reason. Pew. Also,
Full
what
circle.
the hell were they thinking when they designed the spaceship? That's like outside the locked doors.
That is
It's like-
weird.
It's just right there. It's like, hey, if we need to like open anything, just go outside the door and pull out the battery. It's a pretty fucking simple concept.
Aw, Suha.
So I
So
found
adorable.
something to play with. Aww. Sua, we can hear your fiddle faddle condensely.
What?
He's playing
We
with a
can't
little.
hear your fiddle faddle condensely.
Yeah, because it's a condenser microphone. He's fiddle faddling that piece of fucking tinfoil around. This is where everyone's like, he's gonna die.
Oh yeah, as soon as he was like, "You go that way, I'll go."
Like,
there."
take the
low ground.
I'll take the
Yeah.
low ground.
Even though-
road.
I didn't even think it there.
Classic
I
Charger.
knew he was gonna die when he ran into dude on a skywalk with no rails.
Yeah, that was,
was
like,
like-
dead giveaway.
I'm telling you, he did one of those
You're not
whippets in his
coming
coat.
away.
He just whipped.
Yeah. Well, here
We're
we
gonna
go.
blow up a planet. I love doing this. Does that all the time. It's like, dude,
One
it's
for
like
the
20
road.
years since we did this. You can't leave right before Han Solo dies.
Okay.
Han fucking Solo. You're an asshole. I'm not gonna let you leave.
I'm sorry.
No, you can't. You gotta watch Han Solo croak. Spoilers to anyone who's for some reason listened to our commentary the first time they watched this movie, which is nobody. Hi, Mom.
Send
No,
it.
she
Does
wouldn't
still
listen. No, she wouldn't listen to this. She hates me talking about movies and complaining.
Why?
This is like a form of therapy almost. Like I should do this now so I don't have to do it to my other friends. So I'm sorry to do it to you. At the same time, thanks for being here. You can get his ass killed. Kylo Ren in his stupid ass mask. Where do you find that? Like, I hate you, Alex.
Are you leaving?
No, I'm just.
Oh,
good.
Just hugging my head.
Right.
All right.
He also does Kylo Ren. He's like, I feel like I want to murder someone. I should go out to this bridge. Just like set it up.
Just gonna wait out here.
Did he really think anyone
Wait
would
for
cross
someone
that
to
bridge?
take the bait. Yeah. What? Who designed that?
Someone awesome.
And then everybody okayed it.
They were like, listen, a lot of awesome deaths happen in these things.
Yeah.
We need to set up one of them zones.
Just make sure to put a camera nearby to capture him.
Stormtroopers can't see Chewie. I mean, he's just sticks out like a sore thumb. He's like a big piece of fur.
Yeah. Why is nobody shooting at Chewie? Or any of them?
This is a good part of the movie. Han Solo's eyes look whack right there.
Oh yeah, this whole scene
Did you
is
see them?
great
They
up
look like
until
twisted shit.
up
Film
until the
that, man.
face he
It's
makes
funny.
when he gets stabbed. Then it's just like to me at least. He makes a pretty
I hit the-
cheesy face
boom.
when he gets stabbed.
I said, boom. Chicka,
Spoiler alert.
We don't have to, make a rule. We don't have to ever say spoilers in our thing because
Yeah.
like, everyone knows. Why else would you watch the video?
I know, right?
Like of anything.
If you ain't watched the movie by now, then
Have you ever watched
GTFO.
or listen to a commentary the first time you watch a movie? I don't think
No.
I don't think I've ever
Maybe
done
some
that.
pretentious film student teacher would do that to you.
Chewie's eyes look super weird in this
He was
shot.
squinting hard.
Yeah.
That's because he's angry. This is a good scene. It's all. I mean, it's kind of like forced poetry. It's like it's trying to be super epic, and it works, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
really cool. Him not dying. That would have been cool.
Or just not making that face. I don't know.
I do think it's cool. Okay, here goes. This does go into my theory of the fan. Like he's seen Star Wars before, so he's like, listen, I'm doing the good. I'm doing the thing that Luke and Anakin did, where it's like you got to go evil to go. Yeah, you got to get evil to get Darth Vader to come back. You got to get evil to take over the Empire and try to control the universe. But I'm not gonna get used that way. So he's like, I know what I got to do. I got to kill my dad, just like Luke Skywalker had to eventually kill his dad if I'm gonna get anywhere,
Ooh.
even in some weird twisted way. That's why he's like, I know what I have to do because if I'm ever gonna get anywhere, I'm gonna have to like. I've seen this movie before, Dad. And he's like, I've seen it too.
I know how this plays out.
So I feel like Han Solo almost willingly. Not only does Han Solo himself let him, he's like he wants to help him, even though he doesn't understand. He's surprised he gets killed, but he would almost do anything for him. So he like literally is ready for that sacrifice, you know. And then it happens. He's like, damn, I guess that's what I was doing. Like it's almost like he. And then you think about how Harrison Ford doesn't want to be the role anymore,
Yeah,
and it's
wanted
more
him to
meta.
Die back. Yeah, it's
You know,
like
and
it's like a fourth wall.
It is,
moment.
and it's like he's just like, listen, I know what you got to do if you're gonna save the day. I've seen the movie too, and it goes into that Rey and Kylo Ren are just two big Star Wars fans on different spectrum.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's. I swear to God, that's because if this is the reboot of.
Wow.
feelings-
Again with the red and blue kind of thing with
Oh,
this
dude,
kind
right here in
of
the lights go
conflict.
down.
I don't know.
This is great.
That's pretty cool.
This is for all the dumb folk at home. Also sick because they suck the sun out of life, and all that's there is the glow of.
The red has taken
The
over
reality-
the whole shot. So
I
now
would say
just
it's
like
the reality of the situation, you know.
Yeah.
These new characters suck. Kylo Ren's great. This is great. He gets a little shot off him. He just like extra stuck it in him. A little gross.
But okay, his face though is so like.
I mean, if he's really mad at Luke Skywalker, I have no idea why he'd really want to kill his dad that hard. You know what I'm saying?
No, what's she crying though for? Like I don't
She
understand.
barely- yeah.
She doesn't know
Again,
him.
she's the other Star Wars fan. But
Yeah,
he's
I
a
guess.
legendary. They're like the general, and she's like, no, the war hero. So she
Yeah,
was
the
sitting in
war
that.
hero.
She was sitting there wearing that helmet, thinking about all the Star Wars shit she heard about. You know, her imagination. Princess Leia has the Force. Everyone's like, did she just? I assume that she probably screamed before they cut it, and everyone's like, what is she freaking? Did she like have another stroke or some shit? Like, he's dead. I'm trying to understand who's dead. This is a great moment. Have you ever seen that comic book that someone made online?
I left my charger over here.
No.
There's a comic book where Chewie's like got like the thing tilted at him. It's like a little meme comic book, and like Han gets killed, and then Chewie, and you can see Kylo Ren hit like his sensors on his face, and then it shows a shot of it shows like 3 little flashbacks of like, Kylo Ren
Oh
as a
yeah,
kid.
I've seen
And
that.
Chewie's at like one of them, and then he's like, ugh, and he names it the knee. Awesome. That's totally canon for me. Like that to me, that is what happened through Chewie's like, I'm so conflicted. So he shot him in the knee just because he was just like, I'm your uncle, kapunch. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And that is badassery. I cannot believe that should have been in the movie.
Uncle Chewie.
Like a weird ass flashback. It would have been super losty, but it would have been like, yes, that's so fucking terribly cheesy and great. Where do they think they're gonna go?
Yeah, do they even like know where the Millennium Falcon is from that point?
Sensors.
Oh yeah.
At least in
everything
The Last
is-
Jedi, they're like sensors
Yeah.
exist. There's a great moment in this. This all leads up to a bunch of great shit, like the moment where she force grabs the lightsaber and the music kicks in. That's phenomenal. What do you think of Kylo Ren's lightsaber, Alex?
Kylo Ren's?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's real cool.
I mean,
The way it looks like.
upside down cross.
Oh,
That's what I always think. Like it's
I
some,
always think of it like something medieval.
yeah, totally. Like he's just again a Call of Duty kid who's just like fucking brutal, man. I can make my own lightsaber. I'm gonna have like death sticks. I always thought that she'd like land on like a pointer, on the tree and just gets stuck to the tree. Like, it's just like that's how Rey ends. Her arm just gets like stabbed onto a joint on one of those trees, and she's just hanging from it.
Impaled.
God, I'm so
stick.
sad. So sad. Voice, didn't you help her there? Ba-ding. Pretty cool. I think everyone in the theater thinks the same thing. This is awesome. He's gonna die.
Yeah.
They're like, wow, he can't do this. But I mean, I guess you got to give it to him. They didn't kill the black guy in the science fiction movie. To be fair, you know what I mean. Like normally the black guy dies first in any of those
Yeah,
movies.
usually.
So like I guess,
Stereotypically, first one to die.
and I mean, I do like Finn. I just don't like the plot uses of stuff. I do like.
I just feel like all of his growth in this movie is scrapped in like his first scene of the Last Jedi.
Really, I feel like he shows up in Rose as like you're that hero, and he's just for the first time figuring out that there's been some talk about him since he woke up from his coma.
I think it's only realizing that makes him like, okay, I'll go on this journey. But up until that point, he's just like, I'm out. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I feel like he's definitely the Han Solo from A New Hope trope. Like, they just exploited as hard as they could. You know what I'm saying? Like the Han Solo that's like the reluctant hero. This is the best moment in the movie. When the Force truly awakens in her. Even though I guess it kind of woken up like 7 times.
She
early.
was like, nah, nigga. So you just
That
finna
shit's
think you
all
just
me.
finna slam me into the tree? Okay. Now, see, you thought you was pulling it right. Psych your mind. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember Psych Your Mind? I gotta plug my phone in so my phone doesn't die when I go pick my friend up.
Yeah, go.
Wow.
Well, you asked. I said go. Don't bump that mic.
Miles, your couch is on the floor and
I know it's pretty random couch. It's pretty low to the ground.
It is pretty low.
It's not my
nice, though.
couch.
It's comfortable.
Jenny got this couch at Goodwill, and I was like, "That's got no legs."
Do you still
Lieutenant Couch?
Yeah, you can take them home.
No, I don't feel like it right now.
I don't want them anymore. You can only read it once.
Shut up.
The experience twice doesn't matter.
I did it twice. I tried to do it the third time and I tapped out.
Yeah, it's like you get over stuff sometimes. Harry Potter will never grow old, though.
Wow.
He said he was charging his phone. It looks like he's leaving. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Wow. You're an asshole.
The movie's like practically done.
He could just be putting his coat on. And
Yeah.
we're just making fun of him.
His charging coat.
He's right. That is Rose's sister. Look at that.
Oh, is it?
Wow. I think that's pretty cool. She has like a pretty long time in the franchise before she just gets off to the next movie.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I did not get a good look at.
Also,
Unless they show her.
how does Hux get off this planet? I guess Snoke does tell him to.
Yeah, he probably has a tracker on Kylo Ren, so he picks him up when he's crying later, and then
They're always crying like in Robot Chicken. And he's like, "You've been floating around for 3 days. You probably smell like a ham sandwich." I love. Have you ever watched the Robot Chicken?
the Star Wars.
The playlists.
or-
If you can go on YouTube, they make a playlist and they put it in like chronological order. And there's
Oh,
there's a ton of great gigs that repeat themselves. Boba Fett particularly has a great story arc where he gets stuck in the. You can see his whole progression, and it seems like they film all of the sketches like that at once, and then they cut it up over the season. As,
Oh.
like mini sketches. It's phenomenal. The Star Wars story arc to the original few seasons. This just seems like their lightsaber fight from the first scene in the grass, just in snow. You know what I'm saying? Like they just literally used the same set and covered it in snow. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, kind of.
I mean, they kind of changed it.
Well, there's no real greenery.
No, that's for
Or
sure.
there's
They probably
no, like,
changed some of
nothing
it.
covered up. Yeah.
There is. I've seen on the bonus features. Alex, are you leaving?
I'm going to pee.
Oh, okay. He's peeing everybody. Just checking in. Just checking in, right, Brandon? You gotta look.
Yeah.
I seen on the DVD they have like a ton of like cool footage of like actually having this as a real set. That must have been so dope.
Yeah. Well, some of this had to have been special, or like
Well, this
green
part.
screen.
Well, yeah, like when they're doing
Maybe.
the cliff stuff. It's pretty cool. He could just stab her with his side thing.
Yeah.
But I guess he wants to train her, right? That's the whole thing. Star Wars is cool. This moment's great. Sorry, everybody.
She does kind of take a long pause, though.
It's the Harry Potter moment. I mean, at least you didn't hear anybody's voice. That would have been so cheesy.
Yeah.
Like to really just do the first one again. Or do everything from the first thing. I like this. She's only got one move. She just does the stabbing. I was playing Battlefront 2 at Al Kramer's. And you can play her, and that's her melee move as well. It's like she's just...
Oh, I like how they kept that consistent.
Oh, in the
Because
video.
a lot of people were like complaining about that with this movie.
I thought it was...
But I mean, she's kind of supposed to be slightly inexperienced with that. She's used to like using a javelin pole.
Yeah. Which I think goes back to like she probably is going to make her own javelin lightsaber, Darth Maul style.
Yeah. Darth Maul style.
I mean, he'll never come back. And I don't really care. But if they really did that, man, that would be nuts. That would be so unexpected. Oh, you know what would have been really cool? Chopped his head off right there. That would have been sick.
Yeah.
It almost looked like they did. They could have re-edited it and be like, maybe you died.
Didn't they? Oh yeah, and then his weird scar. That's not the way it is now.
Well, because they showed that. People complain about that in The Last Jedi, but they showed like these little like lasers to how they heal their skin, and it seems like it's pretty realistic to their universe that they could heal fast.
Oh well, yeah, but wasn't his scar moved slightly to look cooler?
Probably. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it didn't really.
Also,
affect it much.
that's
I like how the ground like ripples.
Yeah, that's sick. I can't believe these guys are even standing there
Yeah.
still. Their spaceship should be... They're
Why
dead,
would you
basically.
even question anything at that point? Like, nope, I'm out.
I guess that's what this guy is. They're like, you gotta
Yeah.
stay. And he's like, Hicks has already left, you son of a bitch. I can't believe he doesn't have him on like a watch.
I know, right? I was just gonna say that. Like,
Snoke,
you have
emergency
to go
call.
into this room to make all communications to him.
It's like, why are you here? I like how Snoke's planet is blowing up and he's just like, man, I got other things on my mind. Never mind the billions of dollars of resources I had to like just get from somewhere. I mean, I know I'm evil, but I still had to use the economy to some degree like, to build this thing. It's like it's like 50 billion times the size of a planet. We found the biggest planet in the world.
All
Basically,
these investors are gonna be so pissed.
They're dead probably. This moment is a great ex machina. Not. Alex, come sit down for a second. The movie's almost over. Sit down. Whoop, whoop. Oh, he's gone. Yes, this is so convenient. Like right under their feet, that thing flies away. Oh yeah, they also replaced the satellite dish on the. I think that's kind of cool because in Return of the Jedi,
The rectangle one.
yeah, it got knocked off.
Yeah.
What if that's how it's getting traced? You think that the Falcon getting traced would have led to the Empire finding Luke, but they just kind of abandoned that plot after this. Like, if I was Kylo Ren, I'd be like, heal my face, I'm going right after them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they got that plan more than ever. Like, what's the next thing they're going to do? I don't know. Track any spaceships that seem rebellion flying around. They're probably going to Luke Skywalker.
One
Oh,
thing
it's the
that
Falcon.
I thought was weird is if Snoke could take or connect Kylo and Rey together, wouldn't he know where Rey's location is?
I feel like that's explained because they can't really see each other when they do that, and Luke has cut himself off from the Force that well.
Yeah.
Another reason why I feel like he died so easily is because he like came back from not using the Force for a while. It was like he used it super hard. That's just a theory. Also, Chewie like
Is
just didn't give a shit.
yeah,
He's
he's
just, like,
taking the
"See you
death
later.
of his best friend.
best
really
friend
well.
died. You haven't been there. Where have you been? He's like, I remember when you kicked his ass out. I'm still not your friend. Also, her hair's stupid. Everyone's hair's stupid. I don't get why Chewie's not here, like, being like, dude, I'm sad too.
Why is everybody such good friends?
Yeah, like they met each other one time.
Yeah, and they're embracing. She's hugging
And
her.
not Chewie.
Her nose is in the nook of her
Carrie's
neck.
read the script. Carrie knows that the.
You know.
I think it's because nobody cares about Princess Leia. She's just like some old haggard general they let like bark around orders. And like, finally, someone's giving her attention. Just keep going.
And then R2's like, R2's just like, hey, wait, remember that thing we were talking about before the subplot? Let's get back to that, cause I'll help.
Never
you
mind.
now.
Where's Luke? That's what I'd be asking him. I'd be like, where's Luke? We took you apart. We found a green lightsaber, and you found all this weird shit inside your R2D2. We got a lot of questions to ask you. Oh, look, the new character and the old character. It is pretty cute. Even though I know the guy who plays C-3PO is a jerk, I hear. One of my teachers, Eric Larson. Maybe I'll beep that. I'm not sure. One of my teachers, Eric. He used to work on Star Wars. Or he used to work at Lucas Ranch. And he worked on the prequels. He did some of the star layouts for spaceships flying around in the background.
Wow.
And he said it was like working at a Nazi camp. He said it was like Lucas would never come around, and he'd show up and he'd be like, and he'd be all afraid and pick stuff and just run away really fast. It's like probably one of the biggest reasons it didn't like work out is because it's just like everyone's afraid of him because of Nazi camp. He said that the guy who played C-3PO hated him because he'd be really good at impersonating him at comic book conventions. And they'd have like competitions at panels, like who's C-3PO, and they'd always guess Eric, and he'd be all mad. So C-3PO, whatever, doesn't like him. And he said he has tea with Boba Fett. That's not my story to tell. Oh, sorry.
He has tea with Boba Fett.
He had tea with Boba Fett when he worked there.
That's cool.
Why does she care about him? This is her. She's just like, if I was her, I'd be like, man, finally, he was a nice guy, but he was trying to get on me. He did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and he was like trying to leave
Put
before
everybody at risk.
all this. Like,
No one asked. Chewie's like, I'm pissed about this. Han's dead because of that fucking guy.
yeah,
That'd
this
be a
guy
great
lied
subplot.
to everybody.
They like that's
Got
like
Han killed.
that's the Marvel ending cutscene they've never shown is him hanging out with that nurse. It's like, you don't understand. You weren't there. This is great. It cuts to them holding hands. Obviously, they filmed something before this, and they're like, "Man, she's bad at acting." And they're like, "What's what?" And they're like, "She says, may the force be with you."
What's
I mean,
with, like-
everyone would buy that. So they just
Yeah.
like, let's just leave that line. That's all she needs to say. And that is all she needs to say. What was your question?
Oh, I don't. Wait, I will see if they show it.
The dice.
No,
not
Princess
like that
Leia's like outfit reminds me of a Teletubby with like the little box on her chest.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They gave her a tweed vest with the shoulder pads and the gauntlets to match.
Everyone's like, "Bye, Falcon." Why? Look, man, Han Solo's dead.
How come nobody's sad or having a funeral?
Lando's friend has more rights to that spaceship.
Yeah, why doesn't Han get a funeral
They played
or a
him.
memorial
They played
or
him.
anything?
That's
Yeah.
because Han is probably everybody's illegitimate father.
This part works so well because it's like the momentum of seeing Luke, and it's going to cliffhanger. It's such
Yeah.
a shame this wasn't just the second act of the movie. Seriously.
Yeah, didn't they say like they tried to write Luke in earlier a few times, but then he just took over the whole story, so they were like,
They should have just did that.
I know,
don't
right?
understand.
That's what we want. Just
Like-
they could have gave him like this whole movie and then killed him off in the Last Jedi, and then give
they-
all the new characters.
Dude.
Episode 9.
You know what they should? When they do the Obi-Wan movie, it'd be cool if it was a cross Obi-Wan Luke movie at different timelines, and it was like a meditating movie about them. Like it was a parallel Godfather 2 story.
And then Sebastian Stan is in it as young Luke.
No, like just have Mark Hamill be Luke after Return of the Jedi.
Oh,
And doing stuff, getting to this island and like figuring out stuff about his past and all that, or whatever.
and then having a parallel with stuff
With a
Obi-Wan's
different,
doing
yeah,
at that
and
period
it's
of time.
just kind of trippy. And
That would
it's-
be really cool.
So Luke can
actually.
have the old school adventure we want in space, and
Yeah.
Obi-Wan can have his humble story that everybody wants, where it's not like action packed. He's just on Tatooine, just like, I don't know. And you could just do that as a reset of all the prequels. So you could, like how they always kind of mention the prequels backhandedly.
Yeah.
Just enough plot. Alex, what did you think about the ending of this movie?
This one,
Yeah.
I liked it.
No, but like going up into it, I mean, like, Luke doesn't talk. The cliffhanger.
Ray still hasn't taken a shower.
There are no porgs.
Man, ain't nobody cleaning their crotches up in this movie, and there's an issue.
She did. She got all dressed up.
What?
She
She
did
still
do
is?
that.
Oh
She
wait,
on the
no.
tweed with the
Is she
capris?
still wearing the
Ooh.
same thing as?
No, this is
no,
different.
that's a little bit different.
This is the best part in the movie because it is some straight up Star Trek shit. Not Star Wars. It's very Star Trekky. It just does the whole music, the new John Williams score. Everybody's like, "Is that a tombstone? Is that it?" No, it's not. It's a rock.
It feels a little Zelda-y to me, too.
Me? Why is she stressed? I'd be like, "Dude, I found them."
Like I
cannot-
don't know. I could picture that whole scene of her walking up to be in like an 8-bit layout, like a video game, like in Zelda or something.
That'd be
Meet the
sick.
man on top of the tower. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Man, he should be like. I do think this is awesome because The Force Awakens has a lot of moments that don't require dialogue. They're just kind of visual
they're
things.
just really.
And this is definitely like the crescendo or like the ending of that motif in this movie, or at least, and where she's like, "Your destiny, man," and he's just like, and the wind blows his hair, and he's like, "I don't know, man. Maybe that's your destiny." And she's like, "Oh," and then it literally ends as a cliffhanger. It's just such a great damn moment, you know?
Why is she so far, bruh?
Yeah, he can't reach that. From her.
Yeah.
Maybe she's like, "Use the Force," and he's just like, "Nah, bitch."
Yeah, he could just do that, couldn't he?
Yay!
Y'all, the movie's over.
Everybody, we did it. Alex, thanks for joining me. Any last
Whatever, I
thoughts?
have to go pick my friend
What?
up.
Any last thoughts about this movie?
Who's I?
Final thoughts on this movie?
I just don't like Ray. I don't like these characters.
You don't like
I'm
Ray?
trying to like these characters. I don't like them.
I am having a hard time caring about them now that Luke's dead and Han Solo is dead. It's just like what?
I'm just
And
trying to
Carrie
figure out.
Fisher.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
trying to figure out why
Carrie
everybody
Fisher
was in
can't
love with
be-
each other
I don't know.
in this movie after meeting each other like once.
Bye, Alex.
Bye, Alex.
Brandon, any thoughts?
I realized that I can watch this movie on mute and still enjoy it, so that's pretty cool.
We'll be doing it again because we're going to try to do this once a week, or at least I am.
What do you want to do next?
I don't know.
Let's keep the Star Wars train rolling.
Do Rogue One? Man,
Rogue
talk
One
about
next.
hate. I'm going to hate you all over that movie.
Let's do a different one.
All right.
What do you want to do?
We'll keep doing Star Wars on the side.
Yeah.
Wow.
You.
So kick me out.
You don't want to do
I
it?
want to do the Star Wars. I just don't want to do them back to back.
We got to keep the thread.
Think of
Why are you talking not in the mic? Ugh. It's all right. It's all right. They heard you. They heard you.
No, it's fine.
Leave. Get in here.
So
Actually,
let
I
you
gotta
guys
head out.
know, if you hear the injustice is going on, I'm the only black guy here, so you do the math. 2 against 1.
What? Shut up. They only come to listen to your opinion anyways.
No, they don't. I love you all, and I'm just playing. Racism is not a joke.
What did I have to do anything about this? You're the one who doesn't like Finn. You're racist.
That doesn't make me racist.
But no, I gotta head out to
All right.
actually.
Well, everybody
Dude ain't got no friends.
say bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait.
what?
Subscribe to the YouTube. If there's a Patreon, give us some money, or Bandcamp, and
Eventually.
SoundCloud. Tell your friends. Welcome to the Fortress of Solid Dudes. Goodbye.
Nation